Mic check. All right, mic check, mic check. Testing, testing, testing. What's going on? Okay, we good, we good. Yeah, we up in the game. All right. Um, Let me fix my mic real quick. How everybody doing this evening? I hope everything is going well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Shouts out for the people who support on the Patreon. Oh, this weekend. I know I said I got 2 videos to drop tonight, but just give me like a couple more hours to the next day, and it's going to be some good content for that. And I got some stuff exclusively for the Patreon people. So shouts out to the Patreon people. You got Miss Judy up in here. She's always on time, and the other people who support. Definitely going to dedicate this weekend for y'all, for real. We're going to make some quality stuff. Like I already done got a schedule and everything planned out after this live. Early in the morning, we're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have that quality for y'all. So yeah, I appreciate y'all once again for that support. But tonight we definitely going to do After Hours Open Live Podcast. This is number 5, I believe. Did I put number 5? I think I put number 5. Let me check. Is this number 5? No, it's number 6. Oh, snap. Actually, yeah, it's Open After Hours Podcast number 6. You know what I'm saying? So we pretty much going to go over a lot of stuff, man. They said the rapper NBA Youngboy had dropped an album. He's already number 1 on Apple iTunes and all the streaming platforms right now as we speak. We got other individuals we got the psychological analysis on it. We got the influence. We got the structure that they have created to create the stereotypical minority and the mindset and everything. We're going to go over through all that, the modeling behavior, the whole 9 yards, and how it's leading to destruction. But, this is not going to be bashing nobody. We're just going to use, footage for explanation to show y'all, to make y'all zoom out. Because, it's a majority of individuals who are like zoomed in, who are living in the now, like, oh, look, that's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. Why you hating? Or why, man, this is entertainment, da-da-da. But just take a moment to take a step back and observe, like meditating. Like just take a moment to step back, like, hold up. Let me analyze this real quick. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to get to right here. I'm about to pull up my IG, but I got some footage that I had saved on IG to help y'all out with. We're going to take our time with this real quick. We're not going to just rush up into it. Shouts out to people in the chat again. Matter of fact, let me see if my sound. What the? Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, now let me go ahead and go to my saved content on IG real quick, because this right here is well needed, very well needed for educational purposes. I am no licensed doctor or nothing. This is all psychological analysis from our perspective. You get what I'm saying? So that being said, first of all, we're going to start with this right here. Let me share this. IG. Diabolical. All right, so we got the challenges that are going on as we speak, right? And they're like challenges that are mostly on TikTok, but it transfer over to IG and Twitter. But it's called, I spoke on this on my IG, it's called a diabolical lick. I hope I pronounced that word right. It's where you influence people to steal whatever they can from a school setting or from, a community, so they go into extreme where you have, matter of fact, let's talk. Let me show y'all. Not that one. Gym class talking about, did you see my phone? You got, they stole school buses right here, or they hit a lick. You know what I'm saying? And guess what's playing in the background? If I could get that. Well, you can't really hear the because for some reason always be acting like that with the mute thing. But this NBA Youngboy playing in the background. You get what I'm saying? Saying don't snitch and all that. So we're talking about modeling behavior, and we're going to talk about the hypnotic rhythm that the music brings to individuals. I get it, from people who are young adults or people who are grown-ups. They might be saying, oh, this is entertainment and all that. But, you got to understand, you still have the youth. The youth who listens to this, they know it's entertainment. They know it's fun and games, but subconsciously they're getting programmed and wired like that. You get what I'm saying? they hear the lyrics and they try to live out the lyrics, even though that the person that they idolize don't live out that lyrics. And I'm not speaking for nobody specifically. I'm just speaking for the whole celebrity industry who make music. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, you got this. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's talk. I'm about to go ahead and bring the brother up in here right now. What's going on with you?
What's up, Grump? What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
Just got out the weight room. How you?
Oh, you got the weight room?
Yeah. How long y'all been on for?
Nah, just for like 7 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Let me shower up real quick. I'll be right back with you. Is that cool?
Oh yeah. No, take your time, man. It's all good. It's all good. You know, this is open podcast.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah. For all those right now, how y'all doing and stuff like that. But yeah, bro. You got my notes and stuff like that. You mind if I just use the avatar? Because I'm doing some other stuff too.
Yeah. Of course, you good. You good, man. It's all good.
Man. I mean, but yeah, bro. But just give me like 5 minutes and let me go get ready and stuff like that. But yeah, can't wait to be on. I'll call you back.
All right, later, bro. That's good right there. That was Brian right there. Shouts out to Brian. You know, he's a battle buddy of mine, but he's actually still serving as we speak. You know, he's from Baton Rouge. He's from the area where the people, even you got people who are my age who look at NBA Youngboy as a goddess. And, you know, they look at him as a belief, and you can't explain that to the Black Air Force community. I went over all the comments. Matter of fact, if I could do that, give me a second real quick. Give me one good second. I'm going to go Academics page as we speak right now. If y'all know who Academics is, he's a blogger / DJ Academics. He used to be a DJ, but he's the one who be covering on all songs and everything. All songs on rappers. Rappers need him. Record labels need him and all that. He's a troll. He the one who be with 6ix9ine back then. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to go ahead and go to a post about NBA Youngboy, and we're going to go ahead and see the comments just to let you know how influenced he is and how it gets crazy. Right here, for example, I'm going to share this. All right, boom. So this is NBA Youngboy. He dropped this last night at 12 midnight. You know, what's up, Sean? Oh, yeah, what's up, people in the chat? I appreciate y'all. This is him right here. Academics posted this. This is NBA Youngboy music video as we speak. And we're going to go through the comments. Okay. NBA Youngboy drops new music video, Break or Make Me. Okay, everybody say W. Remember when everyone was hating on Youngboy? Now look at him. You got Big W. Hold on. Just give it time. Just give it time. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see. So many songs the same beat. Free on mute, overrated. People said mid. Okay, we got mid. All right. Youngboy better. See, that right there, that's one of the Youngboy's management people. I guess I don't know TB. I think that's probably a homeboy or whoever. I think that's his manager, but he's the one who be pushing Youngboy music. We're gonna go. I've been seeing some crazy comments. It says, sincerely, Contrell isn't just an album. It's a cultural reset, a reason to breathe and escape from this cruel world filled with thieves. It's art, the first gift you open on Christmas. Oh, they had used that same comment on a dang YouTube thing. Wow. Okay, so this is what my theory is. I think that some people who work on Youngboy team, this is social engineering in its finest right now as we see. Because I remember I saw that same comment on YouTube when they had dropped this music video. And this is from many burner accounts. So just them putting that right there, let's just say they trolling. You know, people would be like, oh, it's trolling, it's just entertainment. But, you know, there was a time where people thought President Trump was trolling about becoming president. And you see where that happened, right? I'm not picking sides here. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you, you see what trolling gets to you. It's going to be to the point where people, oh, he's trolling, but you speak stuff into existence, you know, to the point where it's not no troll no more. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead. There's something about Youngboy video that just make me want to watch. Whole album. I'll never get this hype, bro. Nobody cares. Most overrated album of all time. Okay, you got haters. You only want. Thanks for posting him since one of these industry not showing love. What the hell? Free top, man. Okay, so that I guess that ain't the right. They clashing heads with that. What the heck? Okay, that's Birdman right there. We got. But for what I'm trying to prove a point right here. Like you go on these posts right here with academics, and even with Say Cheese, they'll be like, "Don't care." Post Youngboy. For instance, this is King Von right here, right? I watch what I say. Oh, okay. Rest in peace, Vaughn. See, look at that. Here it is. This is specifically on King Von, his album, right? This has nothing to do with anybody else. Just King Von and his album going gold, I guess. This is stuff in the comments. Don't care, Youngboy better. 310 likes right there. You see what I'm saying? It's like the attention deficit hyper disorder is on steroids as we speak right now. It's given that certified like you're in school. You know how a child is in school and they just don't know how to focus. They're like the teacher try to get the child to focus on one subject, and then within seconds to a minute, boom, the mind wanders off. This is exactly what they're wiring many, even young adults, to be right now. You said their mind just wander off. They'll be in McDonald's probably. They'll be at Burger King. Don't care, young boy better. Oh, young boy, this and that. You see what I'm saying? It's just causing a misfire within our brains to not focus. We have less of a focus than a goldfish right now. And I think a goldfish, from my understanding, was 8 to 10 seconds focus they have. But you see how much overflow information that we're having, and that is causing people to have attention deficit hyper disorder. In other words, ADHD. And this would be another reason where they could put you on Ritalin, Adderall, and everything and make you become a zombie. Okay, let me check the chat out real quick. Salutes to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me go ahead and give an air horn for y'all for going down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Dre, we got Dre up in here, man. We got Aaron up in here, the brother Aaron. We got Miss December up in here. Look at you in your suit, looking real professional. I appreciate y'all. I definitely got to get my tie game up right because I feel like it's nudged to the left. I definitely got to get that correct. I know how to tie a tie, but I just try to make it more professional. I'm trying to make it have that little upside down triangle effect. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, but like I said, this is one of my suits, one suit, and it's going to be, I'm manifesting myself into copping another suit. You got to look the part, and that's just something that I'm trying to mentally get right. And hopefully, even with the way you dress, it just even, let's say you have no intelligence or not intelligence, you have no knowledge of a subject or knowledge on any skill set, right? The way you dress and you approach it, that subconsciously wires yourself to not the Dunning effect, but with the confidence or within it gets you in that zone. You know how people, like some people they meditate, or some people, they pour their coffee in the morning, or they read the newspaper, or they'll put on some white noise or some therapeutic binaural beats when they wake up in the morning. People call it a ritual. People call it a habit, whatever you want to call it. But it's like putting not in a beta mindset. I'm talking about the delta waves and all that, other beta waves. I think it's alpha waves, but it's putting yourself in that mindset subconsciously, even when you dress or when you hear certain stuff, you manifest yourself into falling into those cracks and crevices. I hope I'm making sense when I'm explaining this. So in other words, if I come over here like how I was before, which was with gym clothes and everything, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You get what I'm saying? I've been doing that for a while, but it's like I'm trying to attack it at a different angle. So I appreciate y'all for definitely supporting. That's just something that I personally made a goal of myself, mentally and physically. And y'all and even me will see the transition of what I'm doing as we speak right now. But back to this NBA Youngboy thing. I'm telling you, not only people say that Youngboy better than Tupac. I'm not here to fight or argue over that. But I'm just telling you that it's a new era. Most people who are saying this are 2000s baby, or even 90s babies like me. No, I'll just say 2000s. Okay. I come from the 90s, 80s, 90s era. Let's just say that. Okay. I've been born in the 90s. So I'm back then. But this generation who's saying Youngboy is better than Pac, people have to understand that they probably was children, or they probably wasn't alive when Pac was rapping, or what Pac been doing. The allegations, the FBI been on his tail, him shooting at 2 off-duty police officers for a racial tension that they was in, him being locked up, and him spitting knowledge, his mother being pregnant with him in jail, being a part of Black Panther and all that, the whole 9 yards. What I'm saying is that this era right now, which I'm the middle child as we speak, but it's like when they hear Tupac or even Biggie, they don't know the essence of that. You know, they're not necessarily going. I know how y'all look at it. Probably they going bar for bar, but no, that's not true. What I'm saying is like how you felt, or many of y'all felt with Tupac and Biggie was around. This is how they feel with Youngboy is around, even though it's for the wrong cause. I'll say it's just like, you know, Tupac was, you know, thug life, Biggie, crack amendments, and all that. I can't really say it. Just how do I explain this? That's why they already trying to compare error. You can't compare an error to another error. You get what I'm saying? And the message behind it. So what I'm telling y'all from the past generation is that people who say that Youngboy is better than Tupac, this is their era, what they're living in. Even though that this type of mentality, this Black Air Force community is leading them astray to destruction. At least from the other rappers, you know, the original hip hop magicians, it made you think and open your mind to certain stuff to see what's going on. But within this new hip hop, this new gangster rap that's going on right now, it's not expanding your mind, it's making your mind more narrow to focus on, you know, sweeping the block or ops, smashing on girls, pills and all that. You get what I'm saying? That's just the main core subjects right there. And that's going within their agenda. That's what they want you to go in. They want you to keep on having that mindset, to have that focus on that. Don't have no open focus on some Brenda's have a baby or you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's just crazy, man. Blasphemy. Hit like, oh, what's up, Deep Impressions? I appreciate y'all. Almost made me lose my train of thought with it, but it's like it's a mix of 1984 and Brave New World and oversaturation of nonsense. Okay, Sean, I feel you on that one. I feel you. And I'm not here to argue about the situation, but I'm just saying people have to realize that right now it's a new era. It's a new time. Even though from my perspective and my opinion and experience with Chief Keef and all them, even though I've been rocking with Chief Keef very hard, it's like these new rappers are leading the youth from our community astray. Leading them astray. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying not all of them, just the majority of them, because I ain't gonna put J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar up in there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the majority. The manufactured gangster rapper in today's society is leading you astray. I'm telling you. Shouts out to Ayo Big Facts podcast, but it's the 3 P's, you know. Coochie, pussy, pills, and he said choppers. That's the 3 subjects that they rap about, though. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. But the young adults who are born in the 2000s and they don't know nothing about the past era, they'll look at this era like, what you talking about? This is my era, this is my time, the best in the world, da-da-da. You even have some people in the comments saying that Youngboy is better than Michael Jackson. And this is what I have a problem with, is just comparing eras. Like, you just can't compare eras because people, it's the essence. You know, you had to be there at that time to feel the full essence and what was going on in that situation. You know what I'm saying? But with the influence, though, I can tell y'all this, though. Rap about money too, yeah. You're right, Mr. Simba. I can tell you this. With the help of technology and the influence, and you got the challenges on social media and all that, and it's just so we having an update of technology. You know, the VR virtual reality world. Shouts out to Blake for hitting me up about that. But within the help of these tools of technology, this is going to enhance the influence and just the mind control of these rappers towards the youth. I'm telling you, because when you think about it, Michael Jackson or Tupac or Biggie, they ain't had no social media or no Instagram or no TikTok and none of that. You know, you just see them when you see them, probably on TV. You know what I'm saying? You go out to arenas. Now it's like I'm in my studio right now and I just, you know, turn on the laptop and boom, go on a website or go on to, you know, my phone and go into an app and boom, I see the artist right there. So it's quicker access to the artist. You see a persona that they create and everything. So what I'm saying is with Youngboy and him being in this time, this era with technology advancing as we speak, is going to be one of the most powerful influences. What I'm saying is like within the next 3 to 5 years, you was not going to tell no Black Air Force community that Youngboy is not the best, or Youngboy is not the greatest, or Youngboy is not their God. I'm telling you that straight up. I'm saying that straight up. And this is no hate towards NBA Youngboy or nothing. I'm just saying that it's the influence. I'm looking at it from the future, from many years ahead. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised, let's say 300 years from now, if the world don't self-destruct and if we don't annihilate each other, they'll probably look at Youngboy as a religion. I'm telling you. Or, like the art of war. You see how his name was TZU, I forgot how you pronounce it. Or with the 48 Laws of Power book, it's just like it's gonna be a belief, it's gonna be principles that you abide by, like a pharaoh, like somebody who's they look up to. And Youngboy is fitting that category as we speak, because you see from the comments and you see from the influence, you see how there's videos of 5-year-old boys who are dressing like NBA Youngboy, having the attitude, head swinging and everything, aggressive and all that. They dressing up like him on the birthday and everything. I show y'all a video a while ago about that, about a 5-year-old boy acting like NBA Youngboy, and NBA Youngboy's son, NBA Youngboy blood son, biological son, they said it was an article that he went to school, and within 2 to 3 hours, he got kicked out of school because his behavioral problems. And his mother had posted on IG talk about, see, it was already 2 hours and he already home from school. Everybody laughing, talking about, yeah, just like his dad and everything. But it might be cute from people looking in like that. But when I'm looking at from the outside looking in into the future, is that this is programming right here. That's the school right there. You know what I'm saying? We go into a time where school from first period to eighth period, that don't mean nothing. The school for your kids and for the young adults right now is this right here. This is the school. They just sit in the classroom and they just observe, okay, 2 + 2 4, or, English. Oh, the Great Gatsby. Oh, okay. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Spanish class, whatever, That's just sitting in there to program them to be able to work a 9-to-5 job. But what's going on in today's era right now, the schooling is going to be this device. And what most people use on this device right here: Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and YouTube as we speak. And what happens if they have a celebrity that they idolize and they like their persona? They go on TikTok to make the rap. They go to TikTok to dance to the lyrics that they're hearing off of YouTube from it. They go to Facebook to repost what they saw on YouTube. They go to Instagram to take pictures with their homeboys listening to that music. You see what I'm saying? That's the school right there. So this school system has been corrupted and has been outdated. They just programming the young adults and the kids to be able to sit, 8 hours a day, so they'd be able to work a 9-to-5 job. Just that's really what school is all about right there, to be honest. Let me check out the comments. Don't forget, exactly, and they go interact with artists. Unlike the old generation, we're trying to mimic the copy the fake gangsters they listen to. Yes, and I told y'all, even with the mafia, let me fix my thing. With the mafia, the gangsters and killers had actually dressed like how I'm dressing as we speak. And like I said, I don't know who I talked to behind the scenes about it, but I was like, with being a hitman or whatever these rappers be talking about, it's an art. Whatever these rappers be saying that they doing and all that, to be the real deal, like the Iceman killer, or like what was that dude off the mafia, or just like mafia killers, whatever. These people who are certified killers, assassins, they will be having tea parties with their daughters on Sundays. They'll have like an 8-year-old daughter. They'll probably have a pink little ballerina dress on, and they'll be, they're a family man. They're tend to their family and all that. You would think that they work for a law firm or something, in the way they dress and everything. But when they leave that house and go to work, they knocking people off. They stepping on people. That's what I look at from. That's how I grew up seeing. It's like killers who you think that they work on Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? But through the psychological warfare and the psyops, it's like the gangster killer or the whole aggressive persona. You got to have, black Air Forces. And if you're black, though, what these Aboriginal, indigenous, whatever you want to call it, but within the eyes of America, if you're African American or if you're black, well, that's a bonus right there. And if you got dreads, and if you got golds, and if you got design of this, design of that, and you got the black Air Forces, hey, that's how a killer look right there. I tell y'all, half of the culture that we're participating in is manufactured for a purpose and for a reason, and they don't pay attention to that. What's up, Miguel? How you doing, man? I appreciate y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely. But I know I'm not the only one who know from back then that people who are really hitmen or who are assassins or whoever you want to call what these rappers claim to be, you would think that they about to do your taxes. You would think they about to do your dang W-2 forms. And they'll be the ones who knock you off. You get what I'm saying? Or if you want to get real specific, they'll be the ones who be taking your trash out in the morning. The garbage man. You know, like, let's be real. The disguises and all the masters in disguise and everything. What's the point of them trying to stand out like a sore thumb? They trying to fit in as much as possible. That's what I'm saying. When you look at the mafia, or even, yeah, just let's say with the mafia in general back then, it's just like, you know, you never seen them. It was like a principle. It was like discipline. It was required for you to be sharp, very required. But nowadays it's just crazy right here. Let me read the comments on the YouTube right here as we speak, because the comments I'm looking at right now is not loading up faster enough. Like the old generation trying to mimic. Yeah, there's popping Tommy Karate Patera with the Bonino family. Whew. Deep Person said something real hard right there. That was really powerful right there. Really powerful. But yeah, as I'm saying though, you have now, if I go to the NBA Youngboy thing right here, I'm gonna go ahead and go on YouTube real quick, and we're gonna check out the comments as we speak right there to help out and see where people mindset coming at. All right, come on. Come on, come on, come on. All right, there we go. So he dropped this last night as we speak. Youngboy, NBA Youngboy, never broke again. So you have, it says, I hope that everyone who listens, if only he knew how much this music impacts our lives. Booyah, right here. If only he knew how much his music impacts our lives. Let's look at the comments on that right there. Nah, for real, I think he does for real, because he give us what we want every time, a banger. You got, y'all goofy as hell. It genuinely, It generally annoys me. People doesn't give him credit he deserves. Just look at how much work he's putting in despite all of it going on and being see, people being inspired by this. They look at him like he's the underdog. And I'm not saying they're wrong, and I'm not saying they're right. I'm just letting y'all see from the perspective of how they're looking at it. It genuinely, I'm reading the comment right now. It genuinely annoys me he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Just look at how much work he's putting in despite all of the shit he got going on and being in prison. All of the hate he gets, and he just wants to go home to his kids and live life, because you can tell he knows he made mistakes and want to be at peace. He deserves all of the good things coming to him. He has a peaceful soul, truly with a broken heart. That right there is what a comment. I'm not saying they're right and I'm not saying they're wrong, but that's just how they're looking at it. And if you want to argue with somebody within the 2000s era to, let's say if you're from the 80s and 90s, you're trying to argue with people who from the 2000s era right now as you speak, they'll be like, oh, Tupac got locked up though, which is true. I got a question though for y'all in the chat. What is the difference though? Like, when y'all see, I think of Tupac and the influence and all that, and how is it similar, or how people within this new generation try to compare that to NBA Youngboy? Let me know what's up in the comments. And we got Brian up in here, by the way. We got the brother Brian up in here. Got to get in here. What's going on with you, my brother? How everything going? How everything shaking?
Earphones give me a little bit of trouble. Give me like 5 minutes. Give me like 2 minutes rather. Excuse me.
Oh, you Gucci, man. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, definitely, I had to ask a good question. I want to see what's up in the comments about that. These rappers are a lie. Laugh out loud. yo, what's up, Tybee Trolling? What's up? Definitely. Youngboy right here, status. I'm telling you, he already got 1 million. Number 2 trending for music. They said for like 2 or 3 years he was a number 1 YouTube sensation. You know, every time he dropped, like they done, you know, he's doing numbers. And those y'all don't know, this is Brian. By the way, Brian J. He's from Baton Rouge. He has a more better perspective than I do with this situation, with the young boy thing, the influence from G Money, Fredo Bang, all of them. You know, he could require all that information, intellectual property. He's just getting his mic and everything set up as we speak. He backed out. He about to come back in. Oh yeah, the question was earlier. I said how people within the 80s, 90s era look at Tupac, right? People who are in the 2000s era with NBA Youngboy, what make them want to compare NBA Youngboy to Tupac? What is the similarities from, like, what could y'all assume will be the similarities that people be saying NBA Youngboy better than Tupac, or NBA Youngboy just like Tupac, da da da. You get what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to know. That's crazy. That's crazy. You got the camera? Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hear you.
Whoa, what's down with it? My bad about that, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. How y'all doing? What's up, bro?
we're doing excellent, man. We just chilling on this nice, beautiful night. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about the
Yeah.
situation, the influence of young boy. What
Oh
you think,
man.
man?
Well, first off, bro, I'm honored to even get a chance to talk. I'm from South Baton Rouge, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the area.
Yes, sir.
I guess let me get a little more settled there, man. I'm all over the place. All
About to
right.
say, yeah, you had.
So
Hold on.
first off,
You
bro.
kind. All right, I'm about to say, because you had kind of went blank real quick when you spoke. You went blank for like 2 or 3 seconds. Just let you know that right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, first off, all respect in the world to young boy, man. I'm from Baton Rouge. I'm from the area, and my biggest thing is I'm just glad we got another artist from this area is putting on for the city and stuff like that. But obviously, with the kind of music he makes, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. But I think before we talk about young boy, now let's talk about just how, as we discussed before. I think the best way to discuss the situation as far as his influence is understand how he became influential in the first place, and just how, why his influence reaches so much further than any other young artist in the game. So, if you don't mind, I'm not gonna take you too long. I'm just gonna give you like a too brief little synopsis of just who he is and just like,
Oh no, are you good? Yeah, before you do that, my brother, you good. You could take your time. Before you do that, I don't know if it's your Bluetooth or something, but it's like this.
let me
It's
try.
like,
Let me try.
yeah, because it's like every time you talk, it's like you fall into the mic. It's like okay, you're
Okay.
talking like this, and then you get close to the mic like that.
Let
You go.
me try coming over. Let me try.
It's
Am I clear now?
I'm about to say it's like every time you talk, it's like you moving the phone or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like this.
Let me get right here. Went from my office to I'm back in my room now.
All right, I think every time. Yeah, I just think that when you move the phone or something, whatever you moving or touching, we hear it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a heads up.
Okay.
So I don't know if you. I think if you don't touch nothing, yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
All right, now give it. All right, go ahead, give it a test. Go ahead.
Sing, la, la, la. Can you hear me now?
No, it just still fall in just
10,
now.
4,
It's like
10,
a little.
4, 10, 4.
Yeah, it's like for example, when you talk, it's like this. It's like 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, and then you go back like 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. It's like you falling in. You connected to Wi-Fi or something, or
How's about now?
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah.
There we go. I just adjusted my turned my mic, I turned my earphones off. But yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Perfectly. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as we talked before yesterday, I think the biggest thing is I think there's a lot of, misunderstand. Well, not misunderstand. There's a lot of confusion just how this young rapper is so much more popular than the other young rappers? How come this dude, every rapper's got a clout following, every rapper's got, a bit of influence over the youth. What makes him more influential than every other young rapper? Let me take you back to 2000. Let me just give you like a brief synopsis of why he took over from the Louisiana rap scene to now. So let's go all the way back to 2003, right? 2003, Soulja Slim. So from 95 to 2003, the New Orleans rap game is dominating Louisiana and the South in general. Soulja Slim dies in 2003. Lil Wayne kind of divests himself from the New Orleans rap scene, goes more mainstream. Fast forward to 2005, right? Baton Rouge takes over with Boosie and Trill Fam taking over the Baton Rouge rap scene, right? Baton Rouge becomes the staple point of Louisiana music. And from that point on, for the next 4 years, Boosie is a staple point in Louisiana music till he goes to jail in 2009. NBA Youngboy, along with Fredo Bang and the now late G Money, God rest his soul, they came out around the 2012, 2013 time frame, right? They were all young kids. They were all the next young guns, so to speak, in the Baton Rouge rap scene. All three of them were, well, those from the city. They'll say G Money was supposed to be the big talent out of the three of them. But obviously, G Money met his demise around 2015, 2016 time frame. Fredo Bang went to jail. Youngboy went to jail. He ended up getting out. He beat the murder charge he had in Austin. So,
Yeah.
So long story short, you know what I'm saying? Youngboy is, as I told you before, he's a bit of a caricature of what you might call the modern black stereotype. Single motherhood is bigger than it's ever been. Degeneracy on social media is bigger than it's ever been. And I think what's going on with NBA Youngboy, like I said before, I'm from the city. I grew up out here. I grew up in South Bend. Went to their schools out here. I grew up with the public school system. But, I would say that NBA Youngboy is a bit of a caricature representation of what most people would envision the modern black stereotype. Do you follow?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Yeah. So, Youngboy, as a lot of people know on social media, was raised with his brother OG3, his mother. Not to say this isn't a Youngboy bashing video. I'm just gonna give a bit. This is what can be found on the internet. So Youngboy, as most people know, his mother wasn't really in his life until he got bigger. His mother, Sharonda, raised him and his other siblings by herself. Not much known about his father. But as you've seen on social media, she puts a lot of the stereotypes herself. She's a bit loud and obnoxious. And, Youngboy was going to jail when he was 12 and 13 years old. So he fits a lot of the stereotypes you'll typically see in a young black male. He fits a lot of the stereotypes you'll see in a modern black male. And, on top of that, the way Youngboy speaks and stuff like that, you think he's slightly special ed. I'm not even going to lie to you. But let's dive a little deeper into why I think that, why I believe Youngboy is popular. Social media has changed a lot since you and I were in high school, since any of us were in high school, right? Social media has turned into pretty much the new, social media is kind of like the new, I believe you could say, like the new talent finder, so to speak. Artists get big off social media. And as Ayo mentioned in the rap trap, social media is used to amplify a lot of the negative stuff you might see in our communities, you know what I'm saying? From the rap, from our communities, from the way we socialize with each other. Youngboy is kind of like on the forefront of all that. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, when Youngboy first came out, as I mentioned before, his music wasn't as well received in Baton Rouge as Fredo Bang and G Money. But what the record company saw in him was that he was able to relate to the youth out to the youth in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's able to relate to the youth because when they see him, they see themselves. He didn't have a dad. He wasn't. Excuse me for 1 second. He didn't have a father. His mom kind of filled out of stereotypes. The record companies looked at Youngboy, and they kind of saw what they seen so many, but this all times 10. He was just so brash and just so so outlandish in the way he acted. I remember the one interview he did do. He was so spaced out, and he just, even though you could tell he was a talented young man, he just looked so spaced out and just so out of there. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. It's like, like you would think that he baked cookies in high school or something.
Exactly. He didn't give off. He didn't really give off traditional he didn't give off. I'm not gonna say masculinity. He didn't fit the role of a thug. He fit the role more of a rambunctious youngster. I hate to use the word rambunctious. Some of my grandpa was like, he's basically a badass kid. That's the new gangster nowadays. The new gangster, the new modern gangster is not a drug. The new modern gangster is a badass kid with no direction. That's the new modern
Whew.
gangster.
That's yeah.
Look at Spot 'em, Got 'em, all the other realm. They're young, bad. They're not, the old gangster was like your 50 Cent type dude who's probably a former athlete, boxer, or look at the Snoop Dogg type. Dude who's real sly, cunning at the tongue. You could tell he could have been a pimp one day. Youngboy is the exact physical, mental, spiritual opposite of what the old gangsters were. And what I think the record company saw, that with the growing number of just the single mother households in our community, it created a push, so to speak, of young men who probably weren't as, I'm not gonna say they weren't as tough. They weren't as tough as the gangsters back in the day. They don't look as imposing. They're just more rambunctious and just more unpredictable.
Yeah, like a renegade almost, kind of, just, if I
You
say
know
that
what
correctly.
You know what I compare it to? Not to sound childish, like I said, since we're being completely upfront. You watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Remember Super Buu and Kid Buu? How Super Buu was much stronger and more imposing, but Kid Buu was
Yeah.
deadly. Even though he was smaller, Kid Buu was unpredictable. He wasn't stronger than Super Buu, but he was deadlier because he was more psychotic. He was crazy, or even just how come?
Yeah.
It's just like I said before. Not to diss 50. You know what I'm saying? You look at 50 Cent, right? 6'2",
Yeah.
230 pounds. That's a big, imposing dude. And you look at NBA Youngboy, he's 5 foot. I've seen him physically before. I seen him out of concert in Baton Rouge one day. He's about $120, and that
Like
might be
5'5", 5'7".
5'7". But
Oh
I
damn.
digress to why. I digress to the topic though. Why is NBA Youngboy a demigod? His music, in a lot of ways, expresses the pain of this generation. Right? These are young, confused, lost kids. These are kids who the problems in our community times 10, so to speak. And he represents the young lost kids. You know what I'm saying? These are kids with adult problems at 13 years old. They don't, school's not their thing. They drop out of school when they're 13, 14 years old. They're having kids when they're 15. They're on a crazy amount of drugs by the time that they're on hard drugs by the time they're 17. They're strung
Exactly.
out.
So you saying that I like how you laid it out. I like how you laid the basis, the foundation of it, and how, like, you saying that he's like the crash out kind of. He's not like the gangster who will be like, masculine frame and all that. He's like, small frame and all that, but he's unpredictable, like how the Dragon Ball Z character is. He's like almost like a baby kid, a crash out dummy. Like, he's dangerous because you don't know what he might take it to.
You can tell. I don't know how much influence like I said, according to him and other sources, his mother wasn't in his life. But you can tell how much of his mother he has in him. You can tell by the way he acts that even though his mother didn't raise him, he was around his mom a lot. You can tell by his mannerisms, not that they're feminine, but his mannerisms are very wild and unpredictable. His mother was interviewed on the New Orleans rap cap show. His mother is quick-witted and smart at the mouth, and on top of that, you can tell she's easily tempered. He's the same way, only he's more of a he's a male. Contrast to his brother OG3. OG3 is honestly, Youngboy might be a better stage presence, and Youngboy lyrics might be more captivating. People down here will say that OG3 might be a slightly better lyricist. OG3, his brother, is a very talented lyricist. If you ever listen to his brother His brother is very controlled chaos. His brother's a gangster, if you want to call him that. He's not no big imposing gangster, but his brother is more composed and more controlled because his brother had a stepfather in his life. You know, he's very different. But back to the point, you know, a lot of these young men nowadays, they're wild because forget not having parents in their lives. They're doing hard drugs at a young age. They're just, you know, they're basically like zombies almost. You know,
Yeah, and that the value of it too. That on top of it, I believe. Like, would you say that they don't have no purpose or no value? So it's like because they don't. It's like they have nothing to lose, kind of feeling. You get what I'm saying?
and right, and not at all
Right.
to say that you can't be 5'5" and not be tough, but let's just be real. These dudes be 5'5" and weigh $120 because the drugs are stripping away at their muscle. They don't play.
Yes, sir.
These, if you look on the news, there is a growing pandemic of young men not playing. There's more. There could be more girls playing sports than men now. That's a conversation for another day. But these young males in our community, they're playing sports less and less. They might pick up a basketball once in a while. They don't play varsity sports ever.
No.
They're
Now,
not.
that's starting.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying I lettered in baseball and football and track when I was in high school.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, I lettered in all kinds of sports. You know, I was a much better baseball player, but I played all kinds of sports in high school. But you know, the biggest thing that I'm trying to get across to the audience is the fact that, you know, and I'm gonna do my absolute best to try to lay down brick by brick by brick the foundation of why even though, like I said, I'm glad he's success, his image is so influential but also dangerous to the public. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm in grad school at Southern University in Baton Rouge. I'm actually a tutor. I tutor the freshmen, the incoming freshmen. The eight let me try to express as best as possible. These 18-year-old black males that I have in my tutoring sessions are literally night and day from what we were when we was 18. What I'm seeing right now is young NBA Youngboy clones. I mean, you know, what I want these people to get to understand is this: he isn't just big. He right now is a more important figure in our black community than these kids know more about him than they know about Martin Luther King.
Okay. Yeah, and go ahead and you on it now. You on fire now. You on fire with that because they
I
do.
have it all written down, you know, so I'm not just scouting all over the place. I'm doing my absolute best to try to get you to understand just what we're facing right now. There's you know, when social media began to climb and began to increase, it put more of a microscope on what's really going on in the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's showing you just how dysfunctional and how crazy it's gotten since, you know, the early to mid to early 2000s, when, you know, the single mother rate exploded and all of a sudden, you know, damn near everybody in your high school came from either single parent, not divorced, but then they don't even know their father. And as Big Brother Ayo mentioned, the rap trap is used as a way to kind of the rap trap is big on caricatures, parodies. You know, when I say parodies, I mean they try to put this as the image of this in order to get this reaction. You know, the
I
rap.
understand. They're like forcing it, kinda.
Yeah. So let's talk about how it affects our community, right? So if you look at the way the males are, right? It's influencing the males to be less motivated. His music influences the males to dabble in drugs that weren't even heard of till recently. His music is influencing the males to have a little less self-love. You know, you listen to his music, his lyrics are very depressing. His lyrics are very not even depressing. His lyrics are very convicting. You know, Youngboy kind of represents the pain and the struggle, but not on a overcoming type of way, on the I'm wallowing in it kind of way. You know, And it also is encouraging the males to not have any motivation about playing sports, not having any more, which a lot of males still do, but it's encouraging these young males to kind of have less enthusiasm about things, less enthusiasm about life. Whereas music back in the day was, I'm out here thugging, I have a big chest poked out. Like I said, the 50 Cent, the Game, even Lil Wayne to an extent, I have my chest poked out. I'm gonna run this. That's the kind of thug archetype they had back in the day. Now it's, I'm not gonna eat right. I'm not gonna eat at all. I'm basically just be in pain all the time, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So that's how it's
You're
affecting
right.
the men.
It
But now
wasn't
we
no
go,
workouts. Back then it was workouts. Like back then it was workouts with 50 Cent, even with remember when I forgot the brother who he created the Crips and all that. I forgot his name, but with those gangs that got initiated and all that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Larry Hoover. Yeah, not Larry Hoover.
Larry Hoover.
Yeah, it was Larry Hoover. Yeah, picture of him. He's built like a running back. That's
exactly.
A real. That's huh?
I said exactly. Go ahead.
Yeah, even pictures of Malcolm X. Malcolm X was in great shape. Malcolm X worked out. Yep. Malcolm X was in great shape. He kind of that's the kind of image of a black man. I would believe that Malcolm X, like, he was in great shape.
Huey P. Newton.
You look at even though I'm not the biggest Obama guy, Obama was a hell of a basketball player. He led it at he was an All-American in high school and he was all conference in college. That's the kind of image of a black male I would think, even though I'm not the biggest Barack Obama fan. Okay. But back to back to another thing I would say is influencing how the young girls think. I think it's damaging the young women more than anything. Here's why. Let's just be completely real here. You go on a college campus, you go, like I said, I go to an HBCU, so I'm right in the middle of Tukey Williams. I have to see a picture of him, but there was this one.
Oh yeah, he was big as hell. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tukey Williams looked like he could punch through a wall. He looked like he benched. He looked like he rep 315.
Of course, easily. Like all those veins and stuff.
He looked like an NFL linebacker. I'm like that would be imposing.
Yeah,
that would be imposing. That's somebody who, without speaking, would impose as well.
But that's the discipline. But now you right. You said it's like I'm mentally, emotionally, and physically in pain, and I don't want to work out. I'm 5'5", $120, Quando Rondo, NBA Youngboy size. Which I get it, South HQ. You right. Size don't mean nothing. But when we talk about weight, like I'm 5'11". I weighed myself yesterday. I'm 240 as we speak right now. 240, 5'11". So that weight do kind of do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of nuanced to it. But go ahead. I'll let you get the term, Brian. My bad.
Yeah, and on that note, trust and believe. Not every dude who's 5'5", $120 got hands. Most of the dudes, they fight people who are their size.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just be real on which respectfully, of course, But back to what I was saying. I believe his music affects the young girls probably worse than it affects the males. Whereas the males are the target, the females are an unfortunate casualty of it. Like I said before, I work on an HBCU campus. The majority of the girls, who they even are in relationships, they're dating a guy who is just like NBA Youngboy. Like, it'll be a girl who is kind of on the thicker side, right? She's curvy, heavier. She's dating a dude just like NBA Youngboy. She probably weighs more than he does. She's probably in better shape than he is.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you look at G Herbo and Ari when they was going together. I guarantee you Ari took the scales a little more than G Herbo do.
G Herbo. You said what? Huh? You said what again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ari and G Herbo. You said you guarantee Ari did what though?
She's a little heavier than he is.
Oh yeah, she was whooping his ass. I made a video about that.
Yeah.
And he couldn't fight back. He couldn't because he ain't had no hands or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the NBA Youngboy, the NBA Youngboy character, the NBA Youngboy phenotype of what these women are dating, because like I said, a lot of these women in college they're very attractive. Why? Because they're thick and they're curving. They have nice faces. They're dating a guy who a badly timed punch or the wrong angle, they'll kill one of these dudes. But why is this dude? Why is this dude so attractive to her? Well, for one, that's basically her pet. She got to feed him, clothe him, and house him, right? and then two, you know, he probably quotes NBA YoungBoy lyrics in his life. You know, he fits the character. So her dad was probably like him, if she knows him. It's basically based on that note. It's encouraging young girls to date extremely down. They'll be educated, but they're dating a guy who doesn't have a job. And the thing is, I was believing for a long time it wasn't as bad as that. As I mentioned before, I'm working out of college. The vast majority of these young women, if they're dating a guy just like that.
And in college.
In college, these are girls who are in the sororities. These are girls who are the honor students. These are the
Medical
girls
field.
Huh?
Or who are in the medical field, you know,
Medical field.
taking
You
that route.
know, I mean, I was always assuming that they dated the athletes and the guys in the fraternities. A lot of these
No.
guys, believe it or not, they're single. They're single. I mean, they're single. And a lot of these guys, if they're dating somebody, they're probably, you know, if they're even, you know, a lot of these guys would struggle. A lot of these guys not struggle, but a lot of these guys will tell you that the females on campus don't want to date them like that. They'll have sex, but they don't want to date them. They would, if they have a boyfriend, he's an NBA YoungBoy Quando Rondo type.
Yeah, but even those guys who are those type of athletes, they'll be getting girls like a Brittany Renner or a Blonde. You know what I'm saying? That
Don't
type
get
of
me
girl
started.
stat.
We'll be talking all night. I can break that down. I could break that down like for one, most of them dudes want to the modern athlete. Most of these kids are going to prep schools and private schools. They're around Brittany Renners all day. But you know, I digress though. I could break that down all day. But going back to why NBA YoungBoy's music affects the girls so much. So for one, it's encouraging them to date down. You know, guys like NBA YoungBoy have a hit thing right now. It's like, you know, it's always a hit thing. The 50 Cent archetype, the Lil Wayne archetype. Now it's the NBA YoungBoy archetype. But why is it so much more detrimental than them archetypes? Well, for one, most NBA YoungBoy types don't go to school. Most NBA YoungBoy types aren't particularly, you know, they aren't very driven. And the vast majority of them, you know, the type of life skills they got don't really correlate to starting no family, nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? And then third and foremost, NBA YoungBoys got multiple kids. Do we really need to talk about why that's a bad thing? Do we really need to talk about NBA YoungBoy? 8 different children, but I believe 5 different women, 6 different women.
Yeah,
We really need to talk about why the fact that he's you know, like I said, I shout out to the youngin. I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. But do you think that the non-celebrities that have 8 children, 9 kids, 10 kids are even in the same tax bracket as NBA YoungBoy?
Nah, you gotta have. It's like the casino. You gotta have that one win or that one thing to look up to keep yourself going within that cycle, that structure they built.
Baton Rouge is known, and people who are in the chat who might be from Baton Rouge, let Young Grump know about how every other corner you find a goddamn rapper. We have more rappers than we do damn high school students. We have more rappers down here than you've ever seen before in your life. But ask me what the hell most of them. Ask me how many of these dudes actually make it out of Baton Rouge.
Dang, so you really serious? It's like I got a handful of.
It's we have rappers for every. So the guy who made that so the one who made that the turn for Cause Hill, or the HD for President, he from Scotlandville. He's been out for a little minute. This is his first big hit. He's been out for a long time. How do I know? Yeah, I was at school when he had his first hit back in 2018, my senior year in college. This is his first big hit. It was not to knock the fella, but I'm just saying, like, it's hard. The rap game's harder than ever. Everyone can for one, there's generally more talent, and then number two, there's way more rappers than there ever been. You know, so
I feel you.
You know, but down to the meat and the potatoes of why the NBA YoungBoy image. You know, I talk about the young the men, the women, and not some of the future generations. I keep going back to AO because, like I said before, I listen to his show a lot, and I've actually talked to AO. I've talked to him on a personal level, and I've talked to him on a level that, you know, I could talk to him about how our lives kind of like we have so much, our lives have so much in common with each other on the basis that we've experienced some of the same things. One day I remember he had a show talking about how the future generation there might be a war between us and them just due to a massive conflict between morals and principles, right? The way things are shaping up now, I can always go back to that incident with that young girl up in North Louisiana in Monroe. He did a whole show about the young girl whose baby got shot. He was an NBA Youngboy fan. I could also go to that incident where NBA Youngboy son was kicked out of school. It made headlines because everyone thought it was funny. Could you imagine a whole like when I was coming up, it was once every few years a young we have a kid like Youngboy who he's kicked out of school at a young age. Now we're seeing entire classrooms full of young unmotivated males.
And just mad disrespectful too. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want you to answer it in the most honest way possible. Do you think that young girls, because like I said, that young girl whose baby was murdered, her on the drive-by in Monroe, really Minden. Do you think that an entire generation raised by females who think like that, do you think that they're going to become doctors, lawyers, and politicians?
Negative.
Do you think that she's in the minority how she thinks, or do you think that we're seeing that there's more chicks like her? Like, do you think that there's a minority who think like her, or do you think that she's becoming the majority? I'll give you my answer after you get yours.
I'm about to say she's becoming the majority, and anything with STEMs, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that's out of the picture. It's just that minority is becoming the majority. That's from our. Go ahead.
What she is basically the flagship of what they want young black women to be. They don't want these young black women to be achievers in academic fields. They damn near don't want them to be on businesses. They want them to be the, I want to say, catalyst for a whole land of confusion. They want them to be the ones to plant the seeds of an entire generation of black males who are unmotivated, who go along to get along as athletes or entertainers, but don't really generate any type of generational wealth. They want them to become the new face of underachievement.
Yeah.
As I said to you, I'll say it one more time. I'm at a college campus. All that talk about how, and like I said, we have a lot of intelligent young women. I'm starting to see the numbers kind of drop as far as the number of young women who are high achievers in school. I'm starting to see the numbers. I'm starting to see people becoming less and less enthusiastic about going to college. Our Southern enrollment dropped a little bit. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. And I'm not putting the blame totally on NBA Youngboy. I'm putting the blame on a community that may or may not be strong enough to stand on their own one and say, hey, we're going to have a few who don't want to stand for something. It's up to the ones who do want to stand for something. And I'm going to tell you just like this. The more we keep talking about, how rap is this, that rap is that, and the more we don't sit down and say black men and black women need to come to the agreement that we're not going to have kids unless we married, or at least in a long-term relationship, and we're not going to allow our emotions to control us and stop us from being able to raise children together. Stop talking about who's more educated. Stop talking about who's more successful. Stop talking about who's better at raising kids. Until we stop doing that, NBA Youngboy is going to become the image of black men, regardless of how the hell we feel about his music. And trust and believe, they won't be as successful as him because Atlantic don't got that much money.
No, and I agree, especially from different countries. We talk about where it could be with Europe, it could be with Asia, Korea, all those other areas from the outside in. That's going to be the main thing they see. And even within the United States, that's going to be the main thing they see. It's the poster child. He's the poster child of that aggressive, short temper mentality. It's you know what I'm saying. It's like that short fuse right there.
And
Not
then logic,
civilized.
a badass, drug addicted, failing child. A child
Yes.
that cannot and will not listen. He's 16, he's 17. He's not gonna listen to you. It's too late. You can't whoop his ass with a belt. You can't, it's not gonna do nothing. He's gonna resent you. He's 14. He's not gonna listen to you. We have the black listen to me, and I mean this respectfully. Hopefully the people in the chat can hear me too. You know, I mean, I don't know how people in the chat right now, but like excuse me. Like I said before, I come on your chat because, like many people who were in the chat, I'm here in these communities. I'm here in this world. I'm not one of these people who just see what I see on the internet and just regurgitate what I see. I'm somebody who's in the field. I know exactly what's going on in these communities. We all know NBA Youngboy music is more or less detrimental to us. But we all need to understand, how in the world could you expect a child not to be like him if he doesn't have a father at home? If he's had a mother like his mother? Like the mother whose child up in North Louisiana, you know, who was raising a child to be an NBA Youngboy clone.
Quick question, real quick, Brian. Shouts out to Katrina Conversation with Me podcast. She said it's a good question. Does he have influence over all cultures or just black people?
Uh let's just be real. NBA Youngboy is the current face of the underground rap scene. Every square ass, dorky ass white dude listens to him. Every Chinese dude don't live in the hood, they've heard the NBA Youngboy song. But as I mentioned before, a chord in the white community is a flu in the black community, and they know Atlantic knows exactly what they're doing. They put him as the face because he represents the modern black caricature, the modern black stereotype, the modern black what's it called, minstrel show, right? So he kind of represents all the things that we don't want to be. But you know, we all know a white boy who will bang an NBA. He was like Boosie back in the day, or like Boosie, or like you know, like who was another big rapper who a lot of white folks listen to? Not Zebra. T.I. A lot of white folks I knew back in the day like used to go crazy about T.I. Well,
Gucci Man.
Tip, huh?
Gucci Man.
Oh my God! Don't get me started, bro. People in the chat. Don't get me. Hey, a bit. How many white boys do y'all know that'll bump a whole Gucci Man mixtape right now? White boys used to go dumb for Gucci Man. You heard that new? You heard that new guap, bro? You heard that new guap, bro? Yeah, that's.
And let me piggyback off that real quick. It's like with Katrina, that is true. Okay, NBA Youngboy, poster child, the image of a young black African American. Okay, whether we like it or not, that's what it's going to. But one thing I could say is that it's with other cultures or different ethnic background people, it's a little door that's behind them. So when it's all said and done, they gotta escape. They could exit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes for people who look like me and Brian, there's no damn door behind us. There's no damn exit. It is what it is right here. They could use it as a costume. We ain't got no, this is us. Ain't no fucking costume with us. I'm gonna leave it like that. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I was agreeing with you. I mean, you know, you'll see a white boy who plays high school football for you're from South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who's the big high school football powerhouse out there? I think it's Northwestern High.
Man, it's been a while.
Or South Point. It was South Point, right? South Point's a white school, I think. Yeah. Well, okay, I digress. So you'll see a white boy who plays football for a powerhouse Catholic school, and he's got a mixtape with numbered NBA Youngboy.
Clemson.
Huh?
I said Clemson University or something.
Yeah.
Gamecocks.
Yeah. A white boy who played football for Clemson. You know, he'll bump a whole NBA Youngboy mixtape. He'll have what's that song NBA Youngboy I used to like so much? Permanent Scar. He'll have Permanent Scar playing his damn highlight mixtape.
Permanent Scar.
Yeah. He'll have Permanent Scar, or he'll have With me, nigga. What's that song NBA Youngboy made back? That's back. Like I said, I was on Youngboy before he got big, so I know a lot of the songs back when he first started. That little Menace to Society he had come out, man. Bro,
I can't
like
how you say it's a 38 baby. That's what you was on.
yeah, I was on that when he first came out. Or that one he had when he was hugged up with Mayweather daughter. You know what I'm saying? They'll have something like that. But you know, you put a white boy in a gangster situation, they'll call the police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Which
it's true.
that's a normal reaction, huh?
I said, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, but what I'm trying to say is, like I said, they have a back door, but you know, these white kids, they think it's hilarious when they see a black kid act retarded. They think he's acting. They think they don't. The thing is, they don't look at him being young boy. They think he's acting. Yeah,
It's entertainment. It's entertainment, though. It's like I said. That's why I don't with that image and all that. I stay far away with the how they speaking in bonics in public or the little slang that like if I would talk to you behind the scenes, Brian, I hit you with oh my nigga this and that. But you in public from many people from many different ethnic backgrounds, and you speaking like how you speak to somebody behind the closed doors. That's not the right way to present yourself because you see what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's now they're gonna think all of us act like that, and now we compromise. Even I just show y'all a video with Adam with the Hoff twins. They saying nigga this and nigga that. It's compromise. You see what I'm saying? They take all that costume, the whole culture. I play a video on my IG where they was given instructions on the AAVE ebonics of how we speak and all that, and breaking down how we don't use R and all. You see what I'm saying? It's getting studied. It's so yeah. So I'm saying, oh my bad. Go ahead.
No. What were you saying?
What I'm saying overall is that I have a problem with people that poster try to image an NBA Youngboy being held upon us because once again, they don't, when I talk about stems, they'll look at me, they'll think that I'm about to spit a 16 bars or hit a jump shot, which I could do that both, but they don't know that I could do network penetration. I know about cybersecurity. I could shut down your goddamn Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? They look at me, they think I smoke weed. You see what I'm saying? That's why I have a problem with it's like that costume, the influence of that culture and everything that's forced upon us as an overall image. They could put on as a costume on Halloween, and when it's all said and done, all right, I have fun of that, and they just throw it to the side. You see with the celebrities from different cultures, with the Aquafina, it's just you see. I could go all night with it, but I'm just gonna leave it like that though.
Yeah, and on that, like I said, I'm in the MBA program. I'm actually I'm also going for my PhD pretty. I'll be doing my MBA program either next semester afterwards. You got to see, but I'm applying for my PhD program in business and stuff like that. It's my life's goal, get my PhD and stuff like that. But I remember I was in the store, and like I said, I'm not a big guy. But like I said, I have an athletic background, and I was wearing one of my little school shirts, and it actually had the College of Business across it. I believe clearly that white woman read that shirt and she saw it was a College of Business shirt, and she walk up and tell me, "Hi, what position do you play?"
Crazy.
Yeah, like I said before, like I said, white folks have a certain image of black people. For one, a lot of the stereotypes we have about ourselves come from white people. Like, for example, the Steve Urkel thing. The Steve Urkel thing came from white people. They think an intelligent black dude is Steve Urkel, and an athletic black dude is like an alpha male. Not knowing that there's plenty of dudes who play ball in the black community who ain't that cool, and there's plenty of dudes in the black community who just study, who are the dudes who are getting the most play in our community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when you think about that situation,
huh?
I said, how you feel about that situation though?
Oh man, I actually was on Katrina. How you doing, Katrina? I see in the chat. I was in her chat when talking about that. The whole. I think the Steve Urkel image destroyed black people just as much as the gangster image did. I think it destroyed black people worse than a lot of things in our community. It basically painted a picture that an intelligent or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King type is a weakling.
Hold on, say that one more time at the end.
It basically painted a picture saying that an intelligent black male, like a Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, a studious black male type, is a bit of a weakling, a pushover, sexually unattractive, impotent, not as knowledgeable.
I get you saying like a sucker, sweet.
Worse than a sucker. Ba- I believe, I guess the best term could be what's the term I heard a dude say one day,
A mark.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, that he's not as, that even though he's book smart, life wise he's not very particularly socially, he's socially unintelligent.
Oh, like that's not possible. It's like people fail to real. I keep going back to Huey P. Newton because he had debunked all that, and there's many other individuals that was like him. You know, went to college, know about law, a lawyer and all that. Was locked up, accused of killing allegedly police officers, had got ripped in a damn prison, came out, was actually a cokehead, within a period. It's like he was intelligent, book smart, socially, all that. That's what I'm saying. So people forgetting about Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Huey P. Newton. I go to these icons because it's being spoken on from our history. But what you just said is that people who are perceived like Malcolm X or like that in today's society is a mark.
He gets laughed at.
It's sweet.
Yeah, I finally got my camera working, by the way. Thank God for it.
Okay.
But on that note, let's just be, in the guy in the chat brought up Marcellus Wiley. Marcellus Wiley just brought up, Marcellus Wiley is actually somebody I look up to a lot. He's very intelligent black male. I don't know a lot. I know people don't have a particularly high opinion about him. He ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? He's an ex-NFL linebacker. He's laid a wood for the Houston Texans, and he's also an Ivy League scholar. So if you work hard, you can do both and master both. But as I mentioned before, I think that and it ties into what we're talking about with the NBA Youngboy thing. The image of the scholarly black male has been absolutely destroyed. It's been destroyed. It's been tarnished. It's been set on fire and thrown into a river. I don't think it ever could possibly get back to being pedestalized like the image of the stereotypical or I want to say the stereotypical or the caricature black male is used. And like I said before, I don't judge anybody from their backgrounds, but let's call a spade a spade. There are images in our community that are highly detrimental to our growth.
Yes, and even I think that perspective is tarnished to the point where even if a brother meet those requirements and if he hit mainstream, they will already consider him being a homosexual or gay. You see how they do that to many of our other brothers. You see what I'm saying? Who are dressed and everything and versatile. They be like, oh, he might be gay and all that. You see what I'm saying? So that's another defense mechanism that's being held on, destroying that image right there, saying that it's physically not possible. Yeah, tarnish, yep.
I remember there was a study that a lot of black males with professional degrees are single into their 30s, not because they don't seek relationships, but because, and these are black, there's a study that was done not that long ago, which absolutely shocked me and almost kind of, not discouraged, but almost kind of had me beside myself. But there was a study showing that a lot of black males who are professionals, MBAs, STEM masters, a lot of these guys who, I would look at them, they're not lame to me. They're not the kind of guys who are socially awkward. A lot of these guys are single up until their mid-30s. A lot of these guys can't seem, they believe they're not as valued in our community. They believe that they're about as valued in our community as a guy with no job.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, because the society that we're in, the era is like it used to back then. It probably was like from, let's say, 18 to 25. That was the range where you could okay, I'm done with my little phase and all that. I'm about to get serious. But now with everything social media, it got pushed further. So it's now like 30 to mid 30s now. You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so it got pushed back.
I turned 26 2 days ago. I turned 26 2 days ago. Like I said before, I said not to brag at all, but in a year and a half, I'll be going for my by the time I get my PhD, God be willing. Like I said, it's my life's goal to get my PhD. I'll be around 30 years old because it takes about 4 years to get. The statistic shows that I'll probably be single up until not even single, because I'm not technically single right now, you know what I'm saying? But the statistic shows that by the time I'm 31, 32, I still won't have kids yet. So it's showing
that's a blessing. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black men are waiting to have kids. And I think that's a good thing as well. But let me get back more to the topic. I just think that the image of black males who are successful. I believe that I believe that in order for it to at least, because like I said, I mean, the mainstream media is not going to allow that image. The mainstream media is not going to allow that image to I want to say it's not going to allow that. It's not going to allow that image to really grow into something that kind of represents all of us as a whole. I believe the best thing we can do is do our best to kind of give that image to the youth as much as possible, and just hope and pray to God that at least someone can see the light.
Yeah, because it's already the damage is already
It's spread.
overdue. It's already done. It's spread. It's only you can't save them all. No, that's impossible. But you could save those few, those ones who are like on the fence. And
Mm,
if you don't have individuals like me and you and many others to be like, hey, you could take this route, they can easily get snatched on to the masses and follow within the agenda that's been pushed upon us. So
right.
yeah, you're right. It's just all about cherry picking, trying to get them out. And this is we talking about a generational reconstruction. Like we a repairment. I meant this ain't no 5 year, 10 year plan. This is like a whole generational, probably 2 or 3 more generations. It gotta be of repairment as we speak to like reverse what's going on upon us. Because even what during the Jim Crow laws and everything, and with segregation and all that, you had individuals who were like marksmen or uh lawyers, doctors, all that. You get what I'm saying? Even with the
Yeah.
people who participate in the Black Panther, they were STEM. But now it's like it just got lead us straight to entertainment, and as if we in slavery again, kinda like on some entertain me, boy. Make me laugh, dance for
You're
me. Here's
a
some
smart
money.
man. That was an incredible analogy you had just now. Slavery is about as accurate an analogy or comparison I've heard in a long time. I believe a lot of black people are scared to be different. They're scared to have a differentiating opinion. And I believe a lot of African American males are marginalized. you know, I believe that they're pushing an agenda that like I said, I'm glad our women are successful, but they're basically pushing women at their own detriment. And what's happening is they're pushing women in positions they shouldn't be in. They're pushing women into positions and they're taking the men out of these positions, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to dampen that black masculinity as much as possible. That's
I
just
mean, you
my
see
honest.
it. I mean, with the media, as you say, you go on Netflix, you go on Hulu, whatever, and you want to look at a show where they have a brother that look like me and you, especially if they don't pass that brown paper bag test. We already talked about that from previous lives. If they fail that brown paper bag test like me, and I'm assuming you do also, best believe it will be more femininity coming out of that black brother, that black man within that show. You get what I'm saying? Whether
Hell
it
yeah.
be he'll be the maid and all that, he'll be very feminine, no masculine frame
The
whatsoever.
sidekick.
Because go ahead.
I said he'll be the sidekick.
The sidekick, of course. Voice be high pitch. Oh, it's all right, girlfriend. The whole 9 yards. It's like because me, I've been taught about the brown paper bag test from a young age from my mother, and that's bullshit if you ask me. But I mean, it is what it is, though. We see it. So if you fail the brown paper bag test, of course you better be on some damn Little Nas X or something. You better not have no type of. You better make people feel comfortable. You better make people be like, we'll have the assumption, oh damn, they'll have the assumption of if you bisexual or something, which that doesn't matter at all. It shouldn't matter, but that's what they're trying to project in the media. They're trying to put a cap over that, masculine frame to be itself.
Let's just be real on that note. Like I said before, black masculinity is obviously under attack. And like I said, I'm not going to bring up any controversial content on this channel because I'm not trying to get you flagged. I'm also not going to bring up anything that I wouldn't talk to you in person about. But let's just be absolutely clear here. Back to the NBA Youngboy thing. Let's just be clear. A lot of young males like NBA Youngboy. Not him, but young males who are like NBA Youngboy. Because they've been raised by just their mom. Because they've been raised around men and not a whole lot of men, they might not come out to be of the alphabet community. But let's just be honest. A lot of these young males who come from this kind of background, a lot of them are very confused. A lot of them are very confused. They're young men who, from my experience dealing with them, They're young men who are very prone to high levels of being just emotional. I want to ask you this question. Do you think as the coming years go along, we're going to start seeing an increase of maybe not males who are the alpha community, but do you think that the roles of men and women among those types are going to switch eventually?
Oh yes, yes, that is true. Yeah, definitely. At the rate we're going right now, I use a movie reference. Yeah, I know that movie Norbit with Eddie Murphy, right?
Hell yeah, it was funny as hell.
Exactly. That's exactly what the roles flip within years from now, and the influence and the brainwashing, the whole 9 yards they doing through the media and the music and entertainment. That's what it's going to end up like. We laugh at it, but within years from now, that's going to be the new norm for many.
I go back to what I said about Ari Moneybag, Ari and G Herbo. I go back to who's another rapper who his girlfriend, her leg is bigger than his whole body. Just I mean, a lot of these Quando Rondo, G Herbo
Yeah,
type
even G
dudes.
Herbo, even the boxers like, bro, Ari is known to whip men ass. Like
Yeah, bro.
she beat G Herbo ass, and he didn't fought back. Not because oh she a woman and all that. You know, like my mom said, keep your hands to yourself, no matter who the hell you is. He ain't fought back because she a woman. He ain't fought back because he know he couldn't whoop her. You know what I'm saying?
You would
And
have got so
shit. Of course, she been tearing him up. And she been tearing Javante Davis up. This is on camera right here.
best
She done
one of
damn punched him in his shit, like on camera, but
the best fighters of this modern era. And she not to say she cold at fighting like that. Because the thing is, I think what happened with Javante is this. You know, he punched a regular dude too hard, he'll kill him. He
oh yeah,
punched
of course, of
her too hard.
course.
Yeah, I think what it is, he's probably shocked how aggressive she is for a woman.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
like what I like. I seen that video with her going dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm from a community. I was shocked and how masculine and how, like I said, I never really heard her talk before.
Her voice deep,
I
bro.
was, and like I said, I'm from the New Orleans area. I grew
Yes,
up in
sir.
there. We got some masculine females. We got some hood females down here. I have never met a female like Ari before, and I thank God I haven't. That might be the craziest female on social media.
Bruh. You saw when G Herbal had stopped paying her bills and she was on camera. She was like, "You said you ain't gonna pay my mom bill, this and that," and you said da da da, and she was like, "Well," blah, blah, blah. I was like, "What the heck?" She had a deep voice. Oh, well, f you, this and that. I was like, "Bruh, she remind me of that girl off of Don't Be a Menace movie. Remember when it was in that mail truck?" And she was like, "I told you I get a little crazy," and he was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I like it,
let's play.
bruh." That's exactly what she had looked like.
That scene
Beyond
during
me.
that's yeah, bro. Like what they're trying to do. They want these young women. Like I said, they want these girls to be dudes. Like I said before, bro. Like it's already. If anybody in the chat's from New York, shout out to New York. But New York females are the most masculine females in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? The cult, they're trying to respectfully, of course. Shout out to my New York females, but New York females, I have to admit, y'all crazy up there. But what they're trying to do, they want these young girls to be so full of anger and just be so full of just let's say not just anger, it's so full of trauma that they don't know how to talk to a man without fighting them. They want girls like Ari because Ari is the type of female who she'll fight you one day and you know be on social media acting crazy the next with you on the next. They want you to be in an emotional roller coaster. They don't they that creates more emotional as young men and women. Would you leave her alone with your kids?
No, it just and for real quick, for the people in the comments, they talk about the weakest man could beat up a woman. Please don't believe the hype. Yes and no. Okay, we saying I'm laughing about the G Earl thing, which is messed up. It's abuse. It's messed up that she beat on him because I know G Earl want to beat Ari because he's like one of the Quando and NBA Youngboy type body structure. He's a shooter or whatever. But with Javante, he of course he would. Bro, y'all saw when he was in the basketball game and he had went up on her and jacked her up, and she was with another dude and forced her to go like in the back. Off of how he grabbed her, if he would hit her, you right, he would definitely kill her. So we not how do I explain it? It's just the fact that she's aggressive in the first place like that is what's shocking and why many of these men are attracted to that or not leaving that situation, and how Moneybagg Yo is attracted to that. You get what I'm saying? That's all we say in the comments. But go ahead, Brian.
I'm just saying, my fellow black men, God bless all of us, but women are not supposed to be aggressive like that. That's not something that's not normal. Like my fellow black males, women are not supposed to be aggressive like that. I mean that respectfully, but what I mean to say is this: the reason why what I was trying to get to, like what you were trying to get to, um, these dudes want their girl to be their bro. M Hunt, you smart as hell, bro. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, bro. They want them to gain with them and do shit. M Hunt. That was actually
That was facts. Shouts out to him for that. That's crazy.
that was actually exactly.
That's
It's
something that
like,
Katrina would say. That's something that she'll say.
hey, on that note, could you imagine? Like, I just imagine the way Ori got G Herbo was the same way a dude would typically get a female. She walked up, looking them up and down, just kind of like, just kind of like giving them vibes. She mad.
Bro, already been giving Herbal the beats, man. I said, dog, I made a video about it. I said Herbal like to get beat like an R&B singer in the
Yeah, bro,
90s, man.
like Tina Turner,
Like Mary J. Blige or
Mary J.
Michelle A
Blige.
or something. Yeah. I
Like,
mean, this dude like it, and I look at it, I was like, so he might have a fetish about it. It might be some BDSM or 50 Shades of Grey or spank me, mama. I was trying to analyze it from many perspectives when I made that video
that was
because
funny. That was hey, M Hunt. M Hunt, you funny as hell for that comment, bro. That was funny. Hey, you smart, bro. I like the way you think. But what I was alluding to is the fact that these girls, they're not gonna date a guy who's in the gym all the time. They're not like what people need to understand. Like, okay, a lot of these women on social media, okay, and like I said, the little manosphere dudes, they was trying to say they had their own thing, but it was wrong as hell. A lot of them dudes, unfortunately, I think they have the wrong idea. Respectfully, I think I'm nothing against them dudes, but there was basically but what's basically going on is it's not the fact that these girls don't want a good dude, is the fact, yeah, that's part of it too. Women like Ori want power in the relationship, and a guy who's a football player or an athlete, they're generally going to be a guy who are more, what I'm saying, they're going to be more, you're not going to be able to beat their ass. A guy like G Herbo, he'll rap about gangster stuff, but he physically cannot fight a chick like Ori. He's too small.
Yeah, just we being honest, and we're not saying he a hoe, y'all. We're not saying Herbal a
No,
hoe. We
not at
just
all.
saying like if you put him and Ari in the 4x4 cell or something like that, and they go at it, I'm sorry, but Ari is going to destroy that dude.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
not saying he can still sling the iron, but yeah, go ahead, go with the NFL players and the athletes though.
Yeah, these girls, like the thing is, he talk about how these NFL players are dating white girls more and stuff like that. What you have to understand is these girls aren't attracted to a lot of these guys. It's not as true as you think it is. A lot of these girls are very attractive. Like you have to understand, these young girls love the NBA Youngboy stereotype. It's so deep and so ingrained to the point where you could put the top player in the NFL in front of them, they'll pick his ass apart by how they're not attracted to him. I kid you not. They'll be attracted to his money. They're attracted to his status. They're attracted to the fact that he's famous.
They'll think he
From
a
a
Russell
physical
Wilson.
standpoint, huh?
They'll think he a Russell Wilson or PJ
Yeah, bro,
Washington.
come on now. Like a lot of these football players, a lot of them, especially the modern NFL, the modern NFL football player, a lot of these guys went to private schools. They went to high schools where it was mainly Caucasian people. A lot of these girls in our community are not attracted to these football players. Not widespread. They might mess with these dudes and they might even let them smash. As far as dating and having kids, nah, man, come on now. They'll have kids with an NBA YoungBoy type. That's their type. And the thing is, like I said before, I'm seeing it every single day. They,
So they look at
they come, huh?
so what you're saying is that they'll look at the athletes as a lick, and they'll actually get the lick from
Sweet,
them to be with people who like an NBA young boy type.
sweet lit, sweet
Okay,
lit. In fact, they'll game his ass. They'll game his ass. And God
but
forbid he's the type of God forbid he's a Russell Wilson type. He won't stand a chance in hell.
but God let's say God forbid that he's like, I forgot that one football player who had actually killed his wife or something like that. But he's doing time for that. Yeah,
No,
let's say
not
we
Steve
still got
Harvey.
some of those now. We still got some of those people who will stomp on some shit, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they get
yeah,
their
of
heart
course.
broke. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. But the majority though, majority of them is considered sweet, you know, from the I get what you're saying though. And this
Yeah. Steve McNair. Steve McNair was actually murdered by his side piece. But who was that one NFL player killed his girlfriend? I
let me go
forget.
ahead and
But
look it up.
I
Yeah.
can't think of it right now. But yeah, back what I'm trying to say. The reason why Ari would date a guy like J. Herbo, she probably feels less. Like I said, these guys are not physically imposing at all. These guys, it don't matter if they know how to box. They don't have the they don't have the they don't have the body to really fight. Like they'll hit a grown man and break his fucking arm. They'll punch somebody and break their hand because they have frail bodies, man. And like their weapon is their voice and the fact that they and their violence. That's their weapon.
Exactly. In the tool that the little pistol, whatever they got. His name is Ray
Yeah.
Caruth. That's his name, Ray Caruth, and it's
Yeah, Ray
another.
Cruz. Yeah, play for the Panthers.
Yeah.
You know, you have your rare types like that, but widespread. To get to the NFL, it requires you to go. It requires you to be. It requires you to see training from an early age. You know, we're seeing less and less kids who are just naturally great. Now everybody's got to go through some type of training. It's going to require you to go to like a white private school, an IMG academy, or a modern day, a school like that. You know, a school where the training is more conducive to what you might see on Saturdays and Sundays. You know, but these guys don't get it twisted. A lot of females in our community aren't attracted to these guys either. Some are, but a lot aren't.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that, though. And people in the chat agreeing with that. That how did that? How do I explain this? Because you know back then, let's say in the 80s and 90s, it was like bald head like Michael Jordan or looking like a 112 singer or something. Like, walk me through like the transformation of what was considered the attractive stereotype man, especially a black man for them.
Very easy. Very easy. Michael Jordan was popular at a time when sports was really becoming mainstream. A lot of black folks really started getting it. A lot of black folks as a whole, especially like it's kind of a wide topic, but I'm gonna try to narrow it down as much as possible because like I said, I don't want to ramble, but back in the 80s and 90s, black masculinity was defined by strength, like black males who were strong, like your Michael Jordan, your Barry Bonds, that was the type of black male that allowed. But it all changed, I think, with like rap became big with the NWA era. That was the first era rap became like widespread like popular. The gangster image really became a sex symbol. And then you fast forward to the 2000s, right? I think the first rapper who you can consider before we get to I think the first rapper you can really consider as a greasy kind of nigga stereotype. You know what I'm saying? It's the big old stereotype, like a Gucci man type, something like that. And then like I said, like I think when you get to the 2010s and you get to first it was the Lil Wayne thing. Lil Wayne was the first rapper I think to really kind of show you the softer side of the gangster image, with the tight pants and the flamboyancy and the kissing his stepfather Birdman on the lip. That was when it first started to take off from the less of the 50 Cent G Unit macho man gangster image to more of the softer feminine. Not feminine, more of the softer, more. I want to, I'm saying, like the softer.
It's like that Prince, a little dab of Prince vibes, a little dab of it.
Like rappers are based like Prince now.
Yeah,
they're almost androgynous, so you can't tell if they're a dude or not.
Oh, the unisex clothing and all that. Which I get you saying
unisex clothing, like Young Thug was really the first. Young Thug was really the first rapper to come out and almost be feminine.
He crucified himself on that. Yeah, they gave him hell. He paved the way for. They crucified Young Thug. He used the Law 7 with that. The Law 7 for 48 Laws of Power.
Now he's one of rap's biggest icons.
Yep, and now every rapper just coming behind doing that.
Yeah, bro. Young Thug is arguably on his way to a Hall of Fame career. Let's just keep it real. Like the way what his influence is arguably on a Hall of Fame level when you think about it. I mean, I know people might not agree, but come on now. Young Thug paved the way for Quando Rondo in there.
All them, yeah, the Lil Uzi Vert, and
In
it's
some
just
ways, Lil Nas X.
to be honest, yeah, to keep it like that. The nail polish, he had a red nail polish on with Lil Yachty and all them before they've been doing
You
it.
know? But
And
as far as the image of when black males started to become more, like I said, athletes and gangster rappers, used to look very macho, strong, and like they could impose their will and beat somebody up back in the day. Now they look like kind of like what them rock bands look like back in the day. Like they look like they could be in a Kiss band. Or like Guns N' Roses, a bunch of
Green Day, Viva La Vida.
Yeah, bro, a bunch of punk ass drug addicted white boys.
I mean, yeah, and that's the style right there. That's like you got the Ray Shamir people and all that, but back then you're right, it was on some The Game or 50 Cent or it just even if they wasn't physically built like that, you had the big, what's his name, Big L. You got those. You see how that frame was still in before he got killed.
Yeah, rappers like Bone Crusher. You ain't got no rapper like
Bone Crusher.
You ain't got no Bone Crusher. You ain't got no Busta Rhymes nowadays.
Busta Rhymes, yeah. And Busta Rhymes had tapped in. He was creative.
Busta Rhymes got big, man.
Yeah, he got big. Really, I'm just saying.
Yeah, pause by the way. But Busta Rhymes, man, to say he was so heavy set and stuff like Busta Rhymes lost. He didn't really get in the gym. Nelly was you know, he was a big dude. Who else? You know, all them dudes, they look like they could probably beat somebody up.
You got David Banner. I remember playing that Def Jam Fight for New York game. It just David Banner was always the one that I've been like, dang, that dude, like, yeah, I ain't want to really throw hands with that. You know, he had been barefooted too in Mississippi, barefoot country boy. Yeah, those type of masculine. I get you saying overall, like.
And another thing, rappers were more liable to be ladies, man. Like Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, like Nelly. These dudes made it clear that a woman to them is a sexual object. These rappers nowadays, if they were to say something bad about their girlfriend, they out of here.
Or they get beat up. Or they get exposed.
Yeah, bro, like they scared of the whole Moneybag, yo, who shares a birthday with me. I like Moneybag. Me and him share the same birthday. Moneybag,
salute.
Yeah, Moneybag, yo, salute to him. I've been listening to Moneybag ever since he came out in 2016. I've been a Moneybag fan. Moneybag, yo, scared of that hoe. Straight up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be honest with you, and people in the comments, when we say scared of her, we're not saying that. Don't get it twisted. He will go out and he'll step on a op or whatever, you know, a man and all that. What we mean by scared is like he don't want no problems with that. He don't want no confrontation from the past that he saw from her past. It's video footage on the police channel on YouTube where Ari was beating the dog crap out of damn Herbal and then called the police on him and then say he had guns in his car.
Let me tell you something. Before y'all watch this video, I want y'all to think back to a time when you see somebody like she imposed her will on that man. On that boy, excuse me. She imposed. When you go back to say, you're not going to see her like, you know how girls do when they fight, they kind of scratch. She imposed her physical will. She did him the way a dude would do somebody who's way smaller than them. She imposed her will on that man. And like I said, rappers nowadays, like not just him, who else? All these rappers nowadays, they'll never come out and talk about the disrespecting their female. In fact, what they might do is they might might have their girlfriends feature on a song with them. Or better yet, man, it's like, you know, that what they might do is like, you know, they're just not gonna disrespect. Yeah, there you go right there.
Let me go to Wire real quick. Let me see if it the connection. All right, let me try.
Be talking too fucking much. You need to just start shutting the fuck up sometime. For real.
Start watching this shit. Wow.
Start shutting the fuck up. Saying some stuff you be saying you don't be having to say.
Bitch, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Start shutting the fuck up.
No, bitch, you start shutting the fuck up.
Oh man.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Oh man.
That's one right there. That's one right there.
And you better show him a fight. Oh my God. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here, oh, this the one with the police.
No.
It's the one where G Herbal roast. People think this is cute, like Love and Hip Hop, like Toxic and all that, but
that brought that. Oh no, man.
Oh, this is the one. It says Ari Fletcher and Moneybagg Yo fight in Miami.
Yeah, he snatched.
No, it's. Hold on, what? Moneybagg Yo fight.
Moneybagg snatched the wig off, like when they first started dating.
And like,
that's the
was it?
They got into.
Was it serious?
Yeah, they got into a fight in Miami because one of his side hoes pulled up, and he snatched the wig off.
What?
Damn.
Snatched the wig off. Yeah.
Oh man, see, I'm gonna tell you like this. The one I saw that was crucial was when Herbal had he went to the birthday party with his son with Ari. Everything was good on her IG and everything. The kid, they said happy birthday, but when he was in the parking lot, Ari was giving him an 8-piece and some damn biscuits on the side. She
imposed the will. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. She imposed the will on him. She beat his ass like he physically had.
Oh yeah. This it right here. That right here. This is what y'all see right here. Y'all see Ari in the white. That's Herbal in the blue. When I saw this video, I knew that he like this. Viewer discretion advised, and this is the party right here. I'm just gonna let play.
Happy birthday to you.
Jesus.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, everything good now. Watch. You see how she is just straight beating this dude like he in a damn 90s R&B singer or something. Like this dude is like Mary J. Blige talking to damn Casey or something.
I assume the majority of the people in the chat, the ones who are watching, I assume most of you are black. I want you to understand this is what they want you to be. This is what they want.
Ari in the white.
You see how
that's Herbal in the blue.
You see how she imposing her will on it. You see how basically he's physically helpless. It's not a matter of him not wanting to fight her back. He can't. He can't. He's not fit. First off, Herbal. You know what I'm saying? This is the dude who has he has no physical stature. He's a physically not a strong guy. Probably not very in shape, and on top of that, he ain't got no killer instinct like that. I'm sure he'll probably shoot somebody. He ain't got no killer instinct.
Of course, the shooting. I say, yeah, you're right with the shooting, yeah, but like that don't. When you get behind that pin, or even with situations like this. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Don't get me started with that. Don't get me started. Because I know exactly what video for you to look up with that young man in Angola getting just.
And he would kill. He'd step on anything. You pull the trigger on anybody. He gangster. But he went behind that wall. He can't. His frame, dog. The dude was the same, but shorter than Herbal. That's what I'm trying to tell people in the chat. Yeah, you're right. Size don't matter. Yes and no. But when you got that weight, that you see boxers though. You see how it's a featherweight, lightweight. It's a reason behind that. Exactly. It's a reason behind that. Because
discipline to be a boxer. How many dudes have the discipline to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go box? Maybe one of them.
And that weight means a lot too. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah. So your girl weighing more than you, and you like $140 right here. Like, what is going on? $120. I'm 240 now, but I get it. You can't fix your height. Okay, let's say you're 5'5". I'm 5'11", but if you 5'5", you could do a little something and be kind of, like 170. You know what I'm saying? You could get some meat on you, but you 120, 140.
Let's go. And like I said before, let me And I'm not laughing at G Herbo. I'm laughing at the fact that somebody's actually recording this. That's just
Oh yeah.
sick. But let's like it's not about you being let's understand what this is. This is a culmination of what they want in the black community. They want dysfunction, not even women. They want dysfunctional, crazy hood rats like Ari to be the leaders of our community. They don't want the females who was educated. They want females like Ari to be in charge of the community. Because females like this, you see what she's doing right now? That is a representation of what they want to happen in the black community. These women beat down their men, doing the white man's work for them. Look at that body shot, bro. I know his ribs.
Bruh, she hit, and you see she got him yoked up too. You see how he like all snatched up? She got him a wedgie and his shirt. She got his shirt and pants in one hand jacked up. And you see how he trying to walk away and she and look, dude, somebody at the bottom said Ari beat an herbal ass, and they got the little exclamation points at the bottom. And look,
It's
she
funny because their girlfriend probably
like God dang. And then her friend, yeah, that's right. Go ahead, beat her ass, beat his ass. Yeah, yeah. You see, she amping it up. The girl in the all pink right there. She was right here too, saying that happy birthday. That was her right there with the blonde wig and all that. And she the one.
And ass.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you good. You good. It's a delay.
But I just and also Joe on Cool TV. You're absolutely right. If I offended anybody by saying black males, I do apologize. You know, I'm not at all here to cause confusion. But what I should have said was melanated males. If you want me to go there, if that's more respectful to the members of the chat, I want you to understand once again. They don't want black males to be masculine. The more masculine and the more straightforward we are, the more intimidated society gets of us. And yes, communities at a whole are becoming like this is becoming more common. It'll never be more common in the black community ever, because there's a certain way they want our community. They want to keep a foot on our necks, and what better way to do that than turn us against each other? I just want people to understand, man. Whether Ari and Moneybagg Yo stay together forever, she ain't changing for shit. She ain't ever gonna change. Why would she change when the way she is now is getting rappers? They're giving her incentive to be this way.
Look, she's in her underwear right here. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She's not going to change her ways. She's not. And you see this video.
She's getting rapped, huh?
Oh, she's getting rewarded for this behavior right here. She is. You know. She's getting rewarded big. Like it's like you see this video right here on the top. It's where she called the police on him, and this is why I got to talk to the brothers about their emotions, acting off their emotions. He paid for that apartment, whatever she was staying in. He paid for all the furniture in there, and she locked him out of the house. But he paid for it, so he done broke in from the back, went in there, and started destroying stuff that he paid for in that house because she been hiding his jewelry. But she called the police on him after she whipped his ass, and then. This is why I'm talking about the men, like brothers. You got to stop acting off emotions and think. He was behind that cop. He was in the cop car talking about, yeah, you know, I destroy everything, this and that. I went up in there because I was mad. She was hiding this and that, but I paid for everything. That don't matter. You still broke inside the house, even if you pay for the bills or not. That's why I know he's not, you know, single parent raising or something. It's just not logical thinking right there. But go ahead, Brian.
Notice the look on his face right now. How you know, for one, just look at him, right? We know several kids, young kids who look just like him, right? 15, 16-year-old look just like him with the tats and everything. Look at that look on his face right now. What's that look on his face tell you?
Oh yeah, it tells a lot right there. It tells a lot. Like right now with that face right there, with his eyebrows raised up and everything, this dude's still in like. He's still like spaced out. Like he's still.
If he doesn't have a concussion, if he don't got a concussion from her hitting him so fucking hard, that look is a look. It's a look. I think people would have kind of hopelessness, man. He can't do shit with this female physically. She kicked him out of his own. He is a rapper from one of America's most dangerous. He done made it out the hood. He done made it out the projects. He done made out the ratchet projects. Here he is. and this hood chick who before if it weren't for him would still be in the project somewhere. He done took her out that situation. He done everything possible. Man, look. He done everything possible, and she repays him back with the ass whooping from hell.
I'm surprised if he was not in handcuffs right now, he would have his hands on his hips
On
and
his head, yeah, bro.
yeah, just looking like that, just looking like I can't like.
Damn, bro. God damn, bro. I thought the dudes on the internet said if I had money, she gonna be submissive. Man, I gave her 5 stacks, and she gave me 5 stacks, and she gave me a fistful. She gave me a fistful of hell.
And look at the police officer behind him that got him handcuffed. Look at that. That should represent a lot right there.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there.
I'm just gonna observe. We're just gonna leave it like that. Just observe.
I didn't want to go there because if me and you get into that, this I think we might be from the chat. I don't want to go there because
we ain't going there. Look, we just gonna observe.
He got his ass whooped, and now one of our women has got him handcuffed right now after he got his ass beat. Why? You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna go there. Ooh, Lord, look at her face. What in life made her this hateful?
I'm trying to figure. It's a lot. It could be a lot right here. We go ahead and play this video. Oh, it's in slow motion. Hold on, let me change that. It could be a lot of reasons why.
Give me the child. He beat the fuck out of me, clear as day. My ass hurting and black. I'm beat the fuck up. Ain't no decay to win.
That right there is a complete lie right there. What she said, she did that to him. He looking confused. You see that face right there? He looked like Javante Davis after he got punched in the face in the ring. Like, when somebody get boxed up, you see their face all just like that.
He has bro, that big ass man. That's a thick ass little chick, bro. Like, she probably gave him a concussion. She knocked his ass, bro. She sent his ass to Wonderland. He on G Lane. He on G Lane right now. She not, bro. She kicked his ass, bro.
Bro, this is like Tina and Limo, and I'm not in the chat. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at abuse.
Yeah,
it just like he thought it was gonna be a different outcome. That's why I'm laughing at it. Just like he just looked like damn.
She gave him a 5 knuckle shuffle.
Keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. No.
That's going to jail. It's over with, bitch. You done.
Go inside. I'll be in there in a minute, okay?
Stupid. Hey, you a dumbass.
Hold on. Go inside.
Stupid ass. Stupid. And bitch, I'm slapping your fat ass too for driving off in the car with my son.
Cool.
You see, she doing threats and everything is on her side. She called him a stupid ass dumbass, and she said, "I'm slapping out." Like, bruh, we gonna keep it pushing though.
I'm not play with me. I see y'all drop walk out with y'all little gun too, huh?
Go inside.
Dumbass.
She said, then she called the police on him, and she said he had guns. Y'all come off with y'all little guns too, huh? This girl pulled his car. Boy, Brian, what you want to say on it?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. It comes a little later on my side, but
I understand. You good. You good.
Look what she got in her hands, though. Look how manipulative she is. Look how much she's manipulating the situation, though. What does she got in her hands right now?
The child.
Exactly, bruh. Understand females like this, and knock the breath out of his ass. Understand, like I said, I'm from the hood. You from the hood. We all from urban areas. This is a textbook manipulation tactic. She gets there with the baby in her hands because you know why? She's playing the fake damsel in distress. The media paints the picture that black women aren't protected, that black women are in danger of these black men. Do you think Ari is in danger of money of T Herbo and any type of physical danger?
No, she beat him. She'll beat on him while he had a gun in his belt buckle. You know what I'm saying?
She would have broke his neck if she would have timed the punch wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been attempted. It would have been manslaughter. Like I'm telling you, man. And then after she whooped his ass. Go ahead. Bro,
that is the type of female right there. First off, she gives me the type of vibe that she sets niggas up. Like back in her past life, she used to set niggas up.
Oh, backdoor you talking about, right?
Yeah. I'm saying. She gives me the vibes that back in the day, she used to set niggas up to get robbed. That's the kind
Oh
of
yeah,
vibe she gives me. Like she the type of light skinned female who will fool a young nigga to thinking that they about to have a really good time. Next thing you know, they got a gun and they pants down and they got a gun in their mouth.
exactly. And that, you know what? I ain't gonna say blame, but many of these guys done grew up watching Players Club or watching, so they got that little diamond image in their head, and they see Ari and they see the red on it, oh, this and that. And those are like, when you in the hood, you see like a couple of those and everything. Yeah, she's a backdoor queen. And what I mean by backdoor for y'all in the comments is like she set brothers up. Like how Brian just said, that's correct.
No, you can continue.
You see, she doing all the aggression. This girl, I'm an artist, man. I do music, bro. I pay fucking 6 figures a year on IRS transcripts. I don't got no reason to be here. This my son, mama. She took all my jewelry. I came back here to get my jewelry. She only got, I could go show you my shit right there. Half my jewelry. I came in, I bought this house, y'all. I'm not on the shit, but I bought this house. I don't have no reason to be putting our hands on. I come back to get my jewelry. She said she wasn't there. I let myself in through the back gate. As soon as I come in, the girl gets.
He just admitted to burglary. I mean invasion, breaking and entering.
Charging at me.
Played that wrong.
She grabbed a knife.
Oh, what'd you say, Brian?
He played that wrong. He should have got somebody to go over there for him or get somebody.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know when to stop it, though. Okay.
Oh, my bad. And continue. There's a lot to break down from this point.
I paid for everything in there. I replaced it. I broke everything in her crib. Started laundry shit. Where my chains at? She don't want to give me my damn chain. I just was with her 2 nights ago, and I got the charms to my jewelry in there right now. Over $400,000 worth of charms. She has my jewelry in her possession. I never filled out no police reports or nothing because that's my son, mom. I don't want her to go to jail. I just want my jewelry. She get the wild, all this shit. I grabbed her. Y'all restrain her. I didn't punch her, slap her, kick her, none of this shit. She raising at me with a fucking knife.
Oh, I think that was a preview of it. That was a preview of it, probably. What you want to say though so far?
We talked about how emotional these young black males are, right? Did you not hear in his voice the whole time talking to the police officer how he sounded like he's about to cry?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm just saying, like these are not the kind of gangsters we grew up listening to. These guys are dudes who they're a little soft. They're much softer and they're much more flimsier than the guys back in the day. But these are the guys women like Oreo choose because he might have the money and the clout and the gangster image. She can bully him.
Yeah, and then she know other dudes in the streets are so quote scared of him because of him and his gang and his money and all that. But she know that so it's kind of like a power trip, kind of, if you ask me. It's like she want a man that is fearless, that that's feared in the streets, but that's feared towards her. It's like she trying to play the madam type role, kind of. I don't know. It's so many type of ways you could look at that. What do you think?
Joe Uncool, you mentioned he had a very good comment before. How do we fix this? Violence, understanding, education. Joe Uncool TV. Yeah, on that note, Joe Uncool TV, you can't beat societal agendas because there's just too many. There's too many people to talk about fixing. The best thing you could possibly do is educate the ones who want to be educated. Make people understand the values of families, understand the values of morals and principles, understand the values of being disciplined sexually. You can't beat societal agendas because there's just too many people. Societal agendas are just what they are. They're trying to create a certain image and they're manipulating from behind the scenes. You can't fight people that are outside of your realm of fighting. So the best thing you could possibly do is be your own individual and raise your kids the best way you know how to, by educating yourself on what's right and then instilling in your kids good discipline values. That's my belief.
You're right. So you're saying, in other words, it starts at home within you.
Starts at home, yes.
Exactly. And that was very powerful right there. You're right. How we could fix it, because there's many of you and many of me, many of us brothers and sisters who are doing it like that. You get what I'm saying? Breaking that curse. And yeah, you can't save them all, but you definitely could just pick and start creating your own generation wealth, your own generational path. Not falling for that.
You can't fight. You can't fight a whole system. There's no point of fighting it because you win one battle, you got 100 more, and you don't have the time and you don't have the time and energy to fight on the battles like that. It's pointless. Fight the battles closest to you and win the fights that are more reasonable. Don't waste your time trying to fight battles that you're gonna waste time and energy on. Fight the battle at home first. Win that one.
Dang, Ty just said something powerful too. He said, "My son is a nerd, but my wife really kills him for being that."
Oh wow, Ty. We'll talk. Ty,
Yeah,
I follow you on Insta, man. I would like to talk to you about that, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, blessings out to you, man. When I get off the live with Grump, I would like to talk to you about that, bro.
and we got so it's like I see what you talk about, Joe, on Cool TV, but I always like to use a blueprint like with Derek Grace too, with his children. It's like, to be honest, I'm just say from my opinion, I don't have no kids, but I'm just saying, like, how do I explain it? Like, what? Not gonna say homeschool it, but it's like if you have like a 9 to 5 job and your child go to public school, and when your child gets home from school and you get home from work late, and it's like y'all have a little bit of time spending together, that is a big factor right there. I'm not saying you're a bad parent. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the more time, how do I explain it? If you don't work from home, or if you don't have a way to spend more time with your child, you're right, Joe. It's going to be a very high probability that your child is going to birds of a feather flock together with their mates, with their peers. You know what I'm saying? But that more time you invest in your child, again, I don't have no kids, but I'm just saying, from my personal experience, investing in your child and telling them, oh yeah, you see them doing that, but this is where they're going to end up at and all that. That's going to put them at a high possibility of them having a strong mind of their own. You kind of get what I'm saying? What do you think, Brian?
The majority of NFL players have their fathers in their lives. It's a stereotype to say that NFL players come from single parent households. The majority of NFL players, especially nowadays, come from households where they were instilled with the will and the knowledge to become NFL players. The majority of professional athletes nowadays come from households with fathers in them. The more time you put in with your kids, the more successful they're going to be. I understand the fact that there's always exceptions to the rule, but guess what? Not at nine out of one like 1 out of 10 isn't a very good. It's not a very indication saying that it doesn't work. The more time, more effort you put into something, especially your kids, the more successful they're going to be. Now, will they be angels? Nobody is. Will they be perfect? Nobody can be. The majority, as I said before, the majority of professional athletes in this era, I'm talking about our era, they come from 2-parent households. They're either that or their parents are divorced and they spend more time with their father.
Hey, LeVar Ball and all them, man. It's like stuff like that I see. Yeah, Steph Curry. Come on, like,
The
we not
man.
trying to. Yeah, exactly. What we saying is that
Oh,
we're
talking
not
about
trying to
black.
say.
Okay. Okay, talking about black.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Overall, it could be
Yeah,
overall
overall.
though. We're not trying to say that. Oh, the man's number one. This and that. We're not trying to put it like, because I could
Yeah.
read some of the vibes in the comments where people with some women would probably be like, "What you mean I can't, nurture my child and teach them right from wrong?" We're not saying that. Nah, I don't want it to be that vibe. I'm just saying that it will be a more better opportunity to keep it in a structured household with
Better
both.
shot.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. We're not trying to come off on a vibe like, man, is this and that. If he have a father, everything be great. This and that. Nah, because there's some incidents where that's not true. We just saying like,
2 out of
yeah,
10, 1 out of 10. But
exactly.
like I said before, I'll say it one more time and people understand. The vast majority of modern NFL and NBA, even MLB players, they come from 2-parent households. It's a stereotype to say that the majority of NFL players are thugs who come from the streets. The majority, even Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's dad is in his life. I think his mother and father were divorced, but his dad is in his life. Uh, who else? There's the Fuller family. I don't know if you know about football, you know about the Fuller family. The Fuller family is a family is a guy who raised all 3 of his kids to be NFL cornerbacks. Why? Because he spent his whole life. Was he an obsessed with sports dad? I assume not. Now, was he a dad who pushed football and put him in the right type of training and camps and the right kind of structure from a young age to where they geared more towards that? That's what I believe. But I'm gonna say it one more time, people can understand. The majority of successful people come from 2-parent households.
And yeah, and then it's a balance too on top of that. You're right, because we could go from the Fuller family. Yeah, you're right with him teaching his kids to be in the NFL with it. Or we could go to like on some Jackson 5 stuff. You know, it's like nuances to I'm just saying, like, you know, yeah, you know, the side effects of the abuse and all that, you know, from his father being extreme, yeah, it had trickled down in their adult life, but still it's like within that structure though. You see what I'm you trying to see where I'm going at kind of? I'm looking at the silver lining of the situation though. Let's just say if with the Jackson 5, let's say with the Jackson 5, if they would have took Joe Jackson out of the picture and it just been a mother, what do you think? Would it be
There wouldn't be the Jackson 5. I can tell you that much. Just keep it absolutely real.
okay, that's all I wanted to try to see. I was trying to see.
Well, yeah, I'm just being real. The dad, he might have been a hard ass, but he gave Michael Jackson one of history's greatest work ethics. Now the TV show makes like he was an abusive asshole, but remember, Michael Jackson is one of history's hardest workers. Why? His dad put that in him. And Mr. Joe Uncool, he always has really good points. Are we discussing the majority of the successful? It's the majority.
In majority, and then put it from a different household,
Football
different ethnic
changed a
background.
lot.
Football, okay, let's just say with Selena. Okay, that movie Selena. I'm going off of these references because most people would know what I'm talking about. The movie Selena, you take her father out the picture. I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? We trying to like show y'all that it takes both of the counterparts. You know, it definitely do.
You need a strong woman as well, absolutely. But
Exactly.
times have changed, and back in the day, you have just the mother work, but nowadays the world is too big of a place now. So the world is too big of a place now, and it's moving too fast. You need two parents in the household. You need a strong dad, strong mom. But you see on NFL draft day, of course, if I got off topic, my bad. You see on NFL draft day, you're seeing way less of mama got me here. It's mom and dad got me here.
Exactly. And it's nothing wrong with that. Don't for the people in the comments, y'all know there's nothing wrong with that. But for the young adults, they think something's wrong with it because in the media, the social media, like we seen it with Coyle Ray. Her father been there. I mean, I'm not saying, but you see how the image is like my father wasn't there, you know, with that No More Party song, she said, want to say fuck my daddy, but something will let me, you know, like what? And then he pull up all the footage of him, you know, pushing her music, supporting her and all that. It's just that image though. Don't let that image for the young adults who seen his live. Don't let that NBA Youngboy or whatever image y'all see to make it seem like that you shame that you have a mother or father or both parents in the household. Like what the hell? Like I have both parents in the household. Like what the hell? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's so yeah.
But actually,
Well, my bad. It's a delay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, because I'm about to say I was done already. I was just saying like it's just not supposed to like it make it seem
my
like
bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I guess there's a slight delay on my side.
No. You didn't cut me off or nothing. I was waiting for you to go, and it was like a delay. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go because it was awkward silence.
Yeah, this video needs to be shown to black males at colleges and high schools of what not to. The kind of woman you don't need to date ever in life, ever.
Oh yeah, I see. Now go back. I'm just gonna play a couple more of it from the beginning and see how the vibe is. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. I ain't gonna play the whole video. Just gonna play the beginning.
What?
I'm getting my son, bitch. I'm not gonna touch you.
Hey, pause right quick. Not
What's going on? Come here. Come talk.
Could you?
Yeah, what's up?
Never date a woman who calls you a bitch. Never date a woman.
Oh yeah, that
play.
All right, dang.
I'm finna talk to you.
That's true.
Okay, give me my
Give me the child. Hey, fam. So what's going on?
I can't.
Man, this guy,
No problem.
man.
He beat the fuck out of me. That's clear as day. My ass hurting and black. I'm beat the fuck up. Ain't no decided to win his ass going to jail. It's over with, bitch. You done.
All right, go inside. I'll be in there in a minute, okay?
Stupid. Oh, but hey, you a dumbass.
Go inside.
Bitch.
Go inside.
Stupid ass. You stupid. And bitch, I'm slapping your fat ass too for driving off in the car with my son.
Come on, go inside.
Y'all know not to play with me.
Go inside. Go inside.
All that over some shit you can't even wear now. Fucking dumb. You on the fucking bitch? I swear to God, I'm showing right up that front of your ass. You right there, have it right. I see y'all drop off with y'all little gun too, huh?
Go inside.
This girl is in her underwear outside. I know people looking at me like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're so normalized off of seeing that, like, from IG models and all that. But let's be real. If y'all was in your neighborhood right now and y'all see a woman checking her mail with Victoria's Secret lingerie like that, y'all gonna be like, what the hell going on? Am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping at all. She is what's the best way? She's a very lost young woman, man. She's a kind of female that you see a lot in these really rough neighborhoods who I think it's less about them being a stereotype and more about them really needing some psychological help. These are females who spend way too much time on social media. These are females who started having sex at a very young age. These are females who I believe they've been dealing with men, bad men, from a very young age. For one, the way she's holding that child right now, I don't know if y'all notice it, but she's holding that child in a very uncomfortable ass way. Like she's perfectly willing to put that child in harm's way, which is probably what her mother did with her. And then number two, the fact that she's outside in underwear like there isn't no kind of female she is. This is a very raunchy female. She don't give a fuck about being outside exposed like this. She gets off on being just in all situations in the middle of attention.
Yeah, and she the type, I'm pretty sure when she was a child, her mother fought while holding her. That's what it looked like. She carrying her child like she about to throw the left hand, hit the jab while the child in her right hand.
Yeah, her mama did the same thing with her mama and her dad. I guarantee if this chick was to go on Eon and Fix My Life, it'll be one of the most heartbreaking shows you'll ever probably watch. This chick probably comes from one of the worst stuff out. She probably comes from a household where her mother was basically, just dating bum after bum after bum. This chick was raised to be the way she is now. She was not raised to be the kind of female. She was raised to be the kind of female that will be disgusted by a decent man.
Yep, and it's like she the type probably situations her mother brought men in, and the men try to get with her too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That it could be a lot of trauma like that. Who knows? Like,
but back to the thing, man. I mean, I be trying to tell y'all this all the time. These IG models, these OnlyFans chicks, these are raunchy ass females, man. These are females. They don't give a damn how they look in public. They're crazy. And to top it all off, man, like a lot of these IG models and OnlyFans, they be hood rats. They be your typical hood rat. Only thing is, people outside the city don't know that. People outside the city don't know that. They think she's just a badass female who ain't got no flaws. G Herbo is finding out the hard way of why you should vet women.
I'm gonna keep pushing though.
Keep on pushing.
Dumbass.
Go inside. I'll be in a minute.
You broke my phone. I want a new phone.
All right. Go inside. You was involved in this? You just drove the driver. Appreciate it. He was just driving. He just wasn't doing anything. I guess he just came and drove him off.
The Mack truck.
So what's going on?
I don't know. Did you see she doing all the aggression with this girl? I'm an artist, man. I do music. I pay fucking 6 figures a year on IRS transcripts. I don't got no reason to be here. This my son, mama. She took all my jewelry. I came back here to get my jewelry. She only got, I could go show you my shit right there. Half my jewelry. I came in, I bought this house, y'all. I'm not on the shit, but I bought this house. I don't have no reason to be putting on hands on. I come back to get my jewelry. She said she wasn't there. I let myself in through the back gate. As soon as I come in, the girl get the charging at me and shit. She grabbed a knife. I took my son, grabbed my son, gave him to my cousin, came back in, called her mama. I just started grabbing shit. I paid for everything in there. I replaced it. I broke everything in her crib. Started launching shit. Where my chains at, she don't want to give me.
There it is right there. When we talk about the emotional state, acting off of emotions.
I just I've seen this happen too many times to not feel some type of way about it, man. And like I said before, you live in these communities, right? And like I said, G Herbo is like a mascot of what they want you to be, but in reality, if you're like this, you'll be broke and destitute. G Herbo represents a lot of what young black males who ain't got a pot to piss in or wanting to throw it out of represent. And what I see by that is a guy like him who isn't a successful rapper, he will be living with Ari, he will be living with her on her couch, and he would be powerless. He would be as helpless as a lamb to a lion. And like this gentleman said just now about the jewelry and stuff like that, it's just a fucked up situation, man. Like it's just a fucked up situation, man. It just, I mean, I don't know where to start, man. Like, I want people to understand just how hopeless this man feel right now. For one, why they handcuffing him when she obviously overpowered and kicked him out the house? Even if he is trespassing, she's just as erratic and crazy as he is. All she got is the baby. And then number two, why is that woman in the video? Why is she going so hard on him instead of on her too, man? It's just our community's all messed up right now, man. It's just a lot of confusion, and a lot of it's pinned to the fact that we need to start raising our kids to be more in tune with their masculinity and femininity, man. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I like
look,
that.
Look at his face right now. He about to start crying. Like, who could he? Grump, my nigga, my brother. Who could this dude whoop in a fight?
His younger brother when they playing 2K probably.
How much do you weigh?
240.
What would he do? I'm 193. I'm not no braggadocious fighting type guy. You know, I mean, I'm boxing stuff, but what would he do against a guy your size?
He nothing. Like somebody my size would just straight manhandle him, and that's And I remember for me being young and when I was small, like I had nightmares of not getting manhandled again. You know, that happened to me before when I was young, but yeah, he'll get manhandled, and that's
bro. He basically physically has not changed from when he was a 14-year-old boy.
No, not at all, no sir.
I'm just saying, look at this dude. Like black man, you don't want this to be your image, man. Forget him being a rapper about being a gangster. Get in the gym, start eating better, leave the drugs alone. Come on, man. Don't get beat up by a female, especially a female like her, who, if it weren't for her being an instant thought, would work at Target. No, I lied. Would work at a Quickie Mart. Target's too much of a step up for.
I understand. You're right.
Stop playing, man. Stop.
And it's sad. It's like the society is not encouraging men, like brothers, to stay in shape or some type of physical combative training, or like survival training, like none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say even if
his chest is, come on, man, nigga
he get caved in. It's sad. That's like a 13-year-old.
Punch him and his feet will leave the floor.
He'll break he'll probably crack a chest cavity or something. Had to go to the hospital.
This nigga, come on, dog. Like, I don't know how he's in sports, but man, come on, dog. If this nigga was riding with me, if we go to a bar, shit pop off, I know he gonna run, unless he got a gun. Come on, man. I'm not trying, but I'm not gonna go there with him. I don't know Herb like that. All I'm saying is, come on, don't let this be your image, dog. Don't let this be your image at all. It's not about him not wanting to disrespect women. That girl, she was too much for him. She was too physically much for him, dog. But continue the video, please.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, bro.
My damn chains. She trying to fight me. You see, I come calm. She doing all this yelling and arguing and aggressive shit. I don't have no reason to fight, do nothing to her. She took my jury as my manager. She been holding on to my jury for 6 months. I came back here for my jury. She know that's all I want is my jury. For the last 8-9 months, all she held over my head is my jury and my son. I came here for my son. She think I'm trying to get. I came took my son. She know I'm trying to get my jury, so she trying to fight me because she don't want to give my jury. She want to be with me, sir. I just was with her 2 nights ago, and I got the charms to my jury in there right now, over $400,000 worth of charms. She has my jury in her possession. I never filled out no police reports or nothing because that's my son, mom. I don't want her to go to jail. I just want my jury. She trying to hold that against me. She came here trying to fight me, rushing at me with knives and shit. What am I gonna do? Protect myself. I ain't never hit her. I ain't put my hands on her. I snatched my son out of her hand, took him in there. She get the wild, all this shit. I grabbed her. Y'all restrain her. I didn't punch her, slap her, kick her, none of this shit. She raising at me with a fucking knife. I ran out the house. I just pulled back up to talk to y'all.
Hang tight.
He came back to talk to you guys and cooperate.
Okay.
That's body cam.
When you play that location, a street hazard.
Look at it. She got her coochie all out in the opening right now. Ain't that something? Coochie out.
Hamilton's come check you out, okay?
Howell Road and Woodley Drive.
How'd you get all those?
Because he dragged me. He punched me in my eye. That's all my fucking
Drag
hat.
you?
Black. Coming in from Marta. He smacked me all in my face. He spit on me. Anything, the fucking worst shit you could think of, he just did.
Come on, man. Like, any of the worst stuff you could think of, he's done to me. Like, come. We the nonverbal communication people over here. We already know when we see like a fifth grade lie.
See how she leaned over like that? You see how she leaned over like that? Wanna know why she leaned over like that? The minute they open that fucking... Oh, I'm just saying. Wanna know why she leaned over like that? Why I believe? See how she's in a launching position to where if Herb would have got that fucking card, she would have launched herself at his fucking ass.
Run at him like that running attack,
like
yeah.
That. She is like when you reach over like that, you want people, you want to try to get like it's almost like you're trying to get words across to people. The way she reached over right now, the minute they would have opened that damn car and Herb would have get out, if it wasn't for a cop right there, she'd sprint at his ass right now. She'd try to bulldoze his ass like a running back.
You right, like spear him.
Bro, she just fake crying. Mike gouge his eyes up with them damn nails, bro. Like, bro, these Grump, you done dealt with hood females. I done dealt with hood females. When these shits get angry, they'll destroy everything in their path.
I'm sorry, bro, but I haven't. I've been around them, but I wasn't. I'm glad I ain't dealt with that shit because I don't tolerate that. I don't. But I seen my brother. I seen homeboys. Oh man, it's a different story for them.
And luckily, never got to be this extreme. And another nonverbal cue, I bet you can you can look at right now is the way the cop is talking to her. She's obviously the aggressor. Well, verbal cue rather. She's obviously the aggressor, but he's talking to her like she's the victim. She's not crying, nor is she in distress. She has no injuries, nor is she showing any form of disablement. He looks visibly. He looks like he just got it. He looks like he might have got jumped.
You said concussion.
Yeah, like he got a concussion. He's obviously in. Bro, I guarantee you, he hit one side of that man's head. He started seeing stars.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, bro. Then look how fake crying she like. That's classic fake crying. She's wiping his blood out of her eyes.
She said every possible thing that you could think of, he done to me. I was like, what?
That's part of the route. What's the phone number for you?
Yeah, I'll be in route regardless.
Do you have your ID on you?
I don't know where is that.
What's your name?
Ariana Fletcher.
Ariana?
Yeah.
Date of birth?
Yeah, they needed that.
Address. Okay.
Her birthday passed. She
I
born.
want him to see him. I'm gonna walk over there real quick, okay?
No,
he done beat the fuck out of me in front of my son.
I'll get these cars moved for you in a second, okay?
We can probably sneak by.
Okay, I'm making it look like I'm talking to you about the cars. What did you see?
Threw her phone down the stairs and grabbed. Then she ran down to get it. He came and grabbed her by the hair and beating her up, ripping her clothes off.
Hitting her? You saw him strike her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we could hear going on outside first, and then it erupted out here.
All right, thank you very much.
She got a neighbor right there to help her out right there. He done grab her by the hair, done beat her up.
Classic Nav situation. She's playing the victim, even though she's obviously the aggressor. And on top of it, she got a Nav friend. They would have.
It's a neighbor. It was her little to go to neighbor that said, you know, she came downstairs, threw her phone, grabbed by the hair, start hitting her and all that, and they blurred him out.
The neighbor trying to get some clout. The neighbor probably don't even know Ari like that. She just know that's Ari, the G-Hope baby mama, trying to see if she can get some Ari clout. You know, just typical fake shit. Typical fake shit.
I feel it. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Skip it a little bit. There's this right now. I think we all dissected the actual arrest. What happens after this? Are they gonna talk more like the interrogation room, or is your video? You want to run it? I just want.
I'm about to say I'm gonna try to see what's going on real quick, huh?
Yeah. I want to see what the interrogation room, I believe, is gonna show you the inside psyche of both of them.
Okay, hold on, give me a second. Yeah, it took a minute. I'm trying to go to now. I think this is where they put them in handcuffs right here, and they starting to process them. There ain't no interrogation room or nothing. Okay, they ain't record the interrogation room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's as much as from me fast forwarded. I just think that's probably as much as we're gonna get on both of them information about them personally. We already know that she's, you know, broken and herbal.
Is kind of a what do they call it? A beta male? Yeah, he's not really he ain't really about to bump nothing like that. But let's and I'll end it out right here, bro. I'm gonna end it out right here, man. It's getting kind of late, and for one, I want to say it's an honor being on your show, bro. But let's do a quick synopsis, a recap, maybe even a recall what we just talked about. First of all, man, it's an honor. For one, you're an excellent YouTuber. You're one of the most knowledgeable people I know personally, and I'm glad to call myself your friend because you're the kind of person I like talking to, bro. You're the type of black man I think a lot of black males would benefit talking to. But I want people in the chat to understand this too, man. There's a war on the black man. I know, and like I said, shout out to black women. Y'all are beautiful, y'all are wonderful, but there's a war on the black man. There's a war being waged within the black community between black men and black women, and there's a war being waged for the souls of the children. I think NBA Youngboy is being used as a method of discouraging the black males from wanting to do much in life. I think the original gangster image was discouraging them from doing the right thing. Like, you've had kids who look at the gangster image as I can be a hard ass and a gangster. Now saying that to be a gangster, you gotta be a lowlife, scumbag, homeless, on drugs. But you know, I think what's going on is the fact that it's been more prevalent than ever that, as I told someone in the chat, you can't fight this. You have in order to win this battle, you got to win the battle in your house. One of my dreams and my goals is to have a family someday, maybe when the Lord allows me to. But what I want people to understand is my personal belief is that to win a battle like this, you got to start from your own house and encourage many people as we possibly can to do the same thing. Not the same thing, but do the best they possibly can. NBA Youngboy never stood a chance. Juan Dorado never stood a chance. Pop Smoke never stood a chance. All these never stood a chance. Only difference is, out of all the young men who act just like them in their communities, they're the ones who got on. They're the ones who they're giving money. They're gonna give back in blood. No Pusheisty.
No Pusheisty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I want people to understand that it's not about being an educated gangster. It's about being an educated black male. Now, if you're from that environment, I encourage you to do your absolute best to make it out of that and do better for yourself. Because even though that yes, it's a beautiful story to come from that type of environment and do better, I think the black community as a whole could do better as far as leaving that alone. I don't think you have to be from the gutters to be a great black person, to be a great black male. And to the women, my advice to the women would be is that you know, if you're all going through some, seek help. And if you are going through some, leave dating alone. Go get professional help so that way you can see why you're attracted to men that aren't good for you, why you're attracted to men that fit a certain stereotype or criteria that isn't beneficial to you and your children.
I get it. It's like, you know, probably from a deep search from the childhood to see where that trauma came from and why you attracted that significant other a lot, you know, consistently. Yeah, so I agree. You laid it down perfectly, man. You did.
Yeah.
Like I gotta go ahead and give you an air horn for that because you did your thing on that one.
I'm a youngin' in the game. Like I said, the Lord blessed with a birthday a couple of days ago. Thank God to see another day. 26 now. My
That's good.
experience in life is very similar to all of you. I grew up in the same struggles y'all, a lot of what y'all going through, but I've been able to overcome them through my faith and also my perseverance and my ability to see past what the media might put out. If I were to meet NBA Youngboy right now, I'd shake his damn hand. Want to know why? At the end of the day, I gotta give that dude props. Now, do I think it's all him and not Atlantic? Not really. I think Atlantic is a big portion of what. But if I seen him right now, I'd shake the little nigga hand because at the end of the day, I know what he's going through. Because guess what? I'm from somewhere where he's like, you know what I'm saying? Salute to NBA Youngboy. Salute to all the people like NBA Youngboy. But at the end of
It's
the
a
day,
constant battle. It's like
Yeah.
one of those few, yeah.
You know, NBA Youngboy is the son of the city I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave with this, man. I love all y'all. God bless all y'all, man. And you know, raise your kids. Please raise your kids. Don't let the social media raise your kids. And you know, salute to everybody out there who's following their dreams, man.
Yes,
You know,
sir. I
shout
respect.
out to Katrina. Shout out to AO. Shout out to those who outside of social media have guided me. And also, man, shout out to black people, man. Shout out to us because the Lord has brought us through many trials and tribulations. This is just another one. I think the best thing that could happen for all of us, man, is to raise our kids, man. Get married to the woman you with. Don't have kids. You know, if you're gonna have kids, you know, try your best to marry that woman, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, Grump, I just want to let you know, bro. I look up to you, man. I'm not big on the YouTube thing. If I did do it, I'd want to model after you, man. You break down stuff, and on top of that, you the future, bro.
I appreciate that, brother. I definitely do, man. I
12
got
o'clock.
some. Oh yeah, it's 12 o'clock. But I got some. Actually, it's 1:09 over here. But I got an early morning that I gotta get up to. I got the two videos that I have that I owe the supporters, and I got another video specifically for people on the Patreon for them. And you know,
Yeah,
these are 10-minute increment videos we talking about. You know, I'm just polishing up on them though. So
yeah,
yeah, that's what it is.
yeah. And for Ty be trolling, yeah, man. If you can hear this, man, you got my Instagram. Hit me up in my inbox, man. That comment you made, I would like to talk to you about that because I want to reach out to you, brother. I want to try to uplift you a little bit, man. If you're going through is true, man, let me uplift you a little bit, bro. Give you a little bit of my take on that, man. But God bless all y'all, man. Be safe and you know, keep it real, keep it G. Is all I ask of you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we out till next time, y'all. I appreciate y'all for staying on the after hours. I appreciate Brian for coming in. You know, you definitely gonna be coming in more quite often. And you know that's it. You know, that's it for y'all in the comments.
Ayo might even come through, man. Big brother Ayo come through. Y'all really gonna be in trouble.
Oh yeah. AO come through. It's a wrap. You know, he
The
shuts
rats,
it down.
Ayo and Brim. Ayo and Brim. It's gonna be. Hey, Ayo and Brim be come through. Y'all think I broke it down? Y'all think, man? Look, Grump breaks it down from a psychological perspective. Ayo break it down from the streets on up, bro. And Brim.
Hood. They break it down for like to the point where it's like a book. Like you, I'm not able to do it like them. They could do that thing perfectly. You know what I'm saying? They break it down like, you know, when you wake up, you stretch.
And then Katrina will come in. That's that's like a Trill fam reunion.
Yeah, Katrina, she be doing a wild card. Like I want to say, like, you know, her nickname probably be wild card because she have the answers in the comments. Like she'll drop some statements where it's like, hold on, like, dang, that is true.
Why?
Some
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Grump, you be YG, man. I don't know what my name would be. I don't know what my name would be. I ain't really got no rap name. I ain't really got no I don't know. I'd have to make a name for myself, man. Cause I mean I got such a common ass name, bro.
Man, I got a nickname. I'm telling you, Grumpy. I was like, they was calling me that ever since I was 5 years old from my granny. That's another time for me to explain how I got that nickname. But it's the opposite.
I had a bunch of nicknames growing up, you know.
And that just turned into Grump Master. Yeah, bro, I tell you, man, I couldn't get away from that nickname. So that's why it's here right here. But
they call me Tiger. They say I used to look at the nigga. Tiger. They say I look like him.
Tiger to begin.
Yeah, so I look like him.
I might have to say, why don't you go ahead and nickname yourself that? I might have dropped the Young out of my thing though. Definitely got to drop the Young soon. I don't know. This was supposed to be a beat channel, and it just turned into, legendary stuff right now, and I'm all for it.
Incredible, man. Like you got the Mitches in the background. That's what you is, bro. You Morbius, man. You hold the truth. You hold the truth in the answers, man. But yeah, you hold the truth in the answers, bro. You know your stuff,
Appreciate
man.
it, man.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna leave on out here, bro. You be safe, man. Like I said, you got my number and you got my Instagram. Hit me up if you ever need something, man.
Yes, sir, y'all. All right, we out, man. I'm about to go ahead and play a little. Yeah, look. We're gonna play hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. We out, bro. It's getting hot in here. And I got the videos for tomorrow. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm out, man. I'm out.